Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Tavern, the only Dungeons and Dragons stream with a DM that has a new cat. I got a new cat.
Woo!
He's over there. He's hiding under the nightstand right now because he is uncertain. But he'll be out eventually. Maybe as I talk and he hears my voice, he'll be like, "Hey," because we had some bonding time. But
What's that cool boy's name?
His name is Garrus Vicarian.
Nice.
Of course, because he's my best friend, besides Colin, of course. So I can't name Colin Garrus Vicarian, unfortunately. I can't just change people's names.
You try.
You want to try it?
He'll start
Colin's
responding
the
to it
most
eventually, I
Garrus
bet.
person I know, I think, actually.
Colin-
If you just keep saying it, eventually he'll start responding to it.
I'm gonna take him down to the courthouse and be like, "Yes, I'd like to change this person's name."
Sir Garrus Vicar.
This is my stray man.
We are about to get started, but we have just a few quick announcements before we do. First off, if you're watching this and you're like, man, I want to make sure I don't ever miss when that cat is on stream, well, then you are going to want to make sure you're following us, subscribing to us. You could click that button right up there, and with your subscription, just $5 a month, you'll get access to all sorts of cool emotes that Bill has worked really hard on. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use your free subscription for that. Additionally, if you're watching this and want to catch up on old episodes or are like, wow, I'd love to watch the rest of this but I don't have time, you can go to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/onceuponatavern, to find all of our new episodes. All of our episodes, new episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at 5 p.m. or at 8 a.m. Oh my God, I can't talk today. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube, and they are uploaded wherever you find podcasts the following Sunday. So this week's episode will be up on Tuesday at 8 on YouTube, and next Sunday wherever you listen to podcasts. We are everywhere. You can do it. There's no excuse. Unless you just don't like us. I guess that's a good excuse. That's that. Additionally, if you want to support the stream, you can do so by going to our Patreon at patreon.com/onceuponatavern, where you can get all sorts of tiers. Right now, we are running a campaign so that when we eventually meet in person one day, if we reach 10 subscribers at the $5 tier or higher, Mike will blue himself. It's official. He will blue himself because he's been Aldous for a while. I don't think Aldous is going to banish himself again. So I think we can say it for sure.
I might die.
He might. He could. That'd be crazy. Anyway, go over to patreon.com/onceuponatavern to check that out. Yes, I'm just, I got nothing. Do you guys have anything? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug? Anything you got to do? No? No? Alright, well, in that case. Oh, I heard a meow. That's not my meow. Oh, I saw his face, though. Hey, get out here. He's peeking. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Without any further ado, then, let's go ahead and dive into tonight's episode of... Oh, the 50th episode of...
Whoa!
Once Upon a Tavern. And welcome back.
Hey!
Ooh.
The party was like, we should do giveaways. And it's like, yes, we should. But I have a lot on my plate right now. Giveaways are coming. I promise. We'll be doing break giveaways. It's just all a matter of time. You know, if someone wants to help out with that, I wouldn't say no. With that being said, where we last left our hero, Vincent Kahn was born in the early years of the Age of Anguish. He was born in a small city of Underberg, dwarven city mostly, and was inspired by the ingenuity and experience he had seen around them as they constantly built and engineered using magic. Over time, Vincent Kahn began to see that what they were building could be done without magic as well, or in absence of magic, and became what people would call an inventor. He turned away from his magical studies and began focusing solely on engineering, not just engineering various objects and items, but engineering new ideas and philosophies and ways of life. And over time, he became, some would say, obsessed with the idea of democracy, with the idea of giving everyone in the city a word, a vote. And he brought it to Underberg, and they agreed to give it a shot. Vincent Kahn brought democracy to Underberg, and it was successful. The government was elected by people of the city. The elected officials did exactly what the people wanted. It seemed to be paradise. And in response to a growing lack of leadership within the empire, Vincent Kahn brought this idea north to the capital of Cordoba. When he arrived, the emperor spat in his face and laughed. So Vincent Kahn left, but not dejected. He instead returned with an invention of his, a machine person called a Warforged, and arrived with a full army to bring democracy by force to the country of Praxia. He won, and was able to split the country into 11 districts, and through a lot of work, a lot of hardship, brought true democracy to a country that was failing under antiquated leaderships. But of course, people still sought out answers from things they didn't understand, and over time, the citizens of Cordoba dug beneath and found a god, known to them as Abraham. Vincent Kahn, who had lost the election for High Chancellor of the country, and was now simply the senator for the district that Underberg resided in, was the only senator to question the arrangement of finding a voice from below. He, of course, was ignored, and over time the Senate grew more and more reliant on the words of Abraham. Abraham knew Vincent Kahn would become a problem, and in the process of all of his questioning, prophesied a great destruction of the country, to which the senators and the High Commander, or High Chancellor, Simon, excuse me, I'm completely blanked, the High Father at the time, prophesied a destruction of the country, to which everyone responded to quickly and without question. Everyone except Vincent Kahn. As the city closed itself off and the prophesied destruction came, the city was separated into 11 new districts that were representative of the districts of the country that once existed. In a spite against Vincent Kahn, his district was realigned to a district that was fairly unfavorable towards Underbergens, and at his next election, he lost his Senate seat. Vincent Kahn became an active critic of the Senate at that point, and specifically of the Church and of Olgaroth. When new pagan gods represented by these clerics began popping up, Vincent Kahn, though he did not care much about the the gods themselves actually supported them, seeing them as a way to maybe topple the church. All leading up to a great rally which celebrated the new pagan gods in Cordova Square, which is where the Great Cordova Square Massacre occurred. Many warforged that were owned by the city marched in, destroying the pagan gods, wiping out their clerics, and in the blood and the massacre, Vincent Kahn vanished. 5 years later, he hasn't been seen since. Until just a minute ago, when he stepped in to Carny Troskell's bar on the second floor, and the room grew quiet. He turned, looked around the room, caught eyes with Dozer, and walked toward him. Of course, standing behind him was Sinrig, dumbfounded at the silence on his entering the room.
Hello, yes, I dressed up for the occasion. He's wearing his regular clothes, but they're washed, and he has good berries dangling from his antlers.
Always.
So, Vincent Kahn approaches you, Dozer. And as he does, the room begins to pick up with murmurs once again. He sees this balding old man at the top, snow-white hair with a tight goatee. He's wearing thin black-framed spectacles, and he's wearing this very nice tuxedo. As he walks up to you, he takes a drink off of a waiter's tray. Oh, very nice. Custom? I notice this armor is something of not standard for what the city has put in place.
It's just magic wood.
He's speaking to
for my people. I know. I just walked up with him.
No, no.
Yeah.
I get
just
you. I'm
wood.
with you. I'm with you, Tyler.
I was speaking to the Warforged.
Oh, of course.
Do I know you?
No, maybe, but no. You may have seen me. Vincent Kahn. It's nice to meet you.
Rings a bell.
He holds his hand out.
Okay. So, what brings you to this event? This is a nice place, huh? You see the bow tie?
You didn't answer my question.
Huh?
Custom make. Who designed you?
Well, I did that myself. I got some armor, and I shined myself up. You know, made myself real nice.
Who do you represent here? Are you owned by someone? Guarding someone?
Oh, no, I have some friends. They're around. This is my friend here.
Point to Sinrig.
Sinrig. There's my friend Sinrig. Hey, this is Vinny. Sinrig. Hey.
Hello, Vinny. Yes.
Vincent, please.
Oh, sorry, Vincent. And who are you in this city?
A concerned citizen, more than anything else.
I believe we are as well, actually, with everything going on.
So
I'm always concerned.
you own Sis Warforged, then?
Nobody owns me. I'm my own thing. I own myself.
And he looks at you.
I thought Zane owned you, though. No?
No, Zane's my friend, and I did him a favor, and he did me a favor, and
Not
it's
Zane.
a mutual beneficial.
He looks at you, Dozer, as you say, like, I own myself, and with a smile and a raised eyebrow, like, that was the correct answer. That's what he was looking for. And just walks off.
Alright. That was weird. That was a weird guy.
He's kind of a weird guy. Yeah, he just kind of
really weird guy.
Did you notice how everyone got quiet when I walked in, though?
Yeah, I mean, he looks weird, so I could understand that. Actually, okay, I'm gonna stop bullshitting. So Vincent Kahn used to be a guy that was trying to do. Sorry, is anybody here screaming, baby? Anyway, So yeah, Vincent Kahn used to be a senator guy, and then he there was this whole thing in a square. It got really tense between us, and I mean, I didn't personally see him. I just sent my troops in, and pincer moved, and we were successful on the square. But that was a long time ago. I was a different Warforged then, much different actually. It was a lot different. I was just kind of going through the motions and crushing the resistance. Now I kind of am resistance. It's kind of a weird transformation.
Does he have the city's best interest then? The people's best interest, rather.
Well, he was a big proponent of democracy back in the day, but you know what power does.
So is this maybe someone we can trust with the city's best, interest?
Possibly. I mean, he's disappeared for a long time. He's kind of estranged. So, I mean, for me, okay, so I spoke too soon when I said power. What I mean was before he disappeared, he had power. And now I don't know what's happened in the last few years. But, yeah, so, I mean, he's been gone. He's disappeared. He's staring at Warforged and asking for their model number or whatever. And just being I don't know what he's doing. So, beats me what happened with this guy. I probably should have had a longer conversation with him, but I was kind of shocked that he was...
maybe we should get the rest of us to try to talk him up. Get more information from him.
Let's go talk. Where do we see other group members?
Well, as you look around the room, which we are going to return to their conversations, Varus is currently speaking with Carny. Aldous has stepped away from Carny with Lirio Corona. Grimald and Zane are sitting at the table in the center of the room, dumbfounded as Lena Conchera walks away. Joe is currently escorting Leon and Elena across the room. And Demetrius is walking away from the fireplace with Lycan, who a bit of a slimy-looking dude. So, returning to Aldous, as you two step away, as you and Lyriel step away from Carny.
She's the District 11 Center, or was the District 11 Center, right?
That is correct.
So, yes, I had a quick question for you. Do you know what happened to Finn?
Finn?
Yeah.
You're going
Was
to...
an inquisitor of your district?
Ah, yes, the District 11.
I think he left like
a largely unpleasant person, yes?
Yeah, kind of an asshole.
Yes, I am aware of him. I believe he was recalled with the rest of his kind. Back to District 1.
Oh, that's where he wanted to go, so that's good. Good for him. All right, never mind.
Most of the Inquisitors, as far as I know, are back in District 1.
You know what they're doing in that big tower in District 1? Someone like you with all your connections, I feel like you of all people here, the most powerful, right?
No doubt they are having parties and toasting to whatever new belief they have found.
What is this new leaf, though? I mean, I'm just looking like, maybe we can just know this together, We don't need to let anybody else in on this. I'm just curious, Do you have any idea?
Of who they believe in now?
Mm-hmm.
Beside this Abraham, I have to be honest, I do not very much care for the intricacies of religious zealotry. There's really not a lot of... It's not fashionable. Understand?
Got it. Yeah, no, it's not. It's very it's just rudimentary. They just monks and robes and brown, a lot of brown. Not great colors, right? Like us.
And you must always care for how you act in the face of God. What about how you act in the face of your public? That is what I've always believed in.
Yes, I feel like that is the good. You know what? You and I, the same page.
Well,
this girl is pretty much fucking useless for me. She's not giving me.
If you, she has her arm on her hand on your shoulder. She goes, "If we're on the same page, then perhaps you should buy me a drink."
Yes, you know what? Yes, I can do that. I will be right back.
Oh my god, don't be shitty.
As Aldous.
And, he's gonna go get her a drink, but then he's gonna try to duck her.
Okay. As Aldous steps away to go grab a drink for Lyriel, Grimold and Zane sitting at the table as Lena Conchero has now yelled this. She has stopped to stare at Vincent Kahn for a moment as he walked in and just quickly spat on the ground and stumbled away.
Well, she was not as helpful as I would have hoped.
No, that didn't go well at all.
Well, how long ago was the Cordoba Square again?
About 5 years ago.
That's what I thought. I'm like, that was fairly recent, so... Well, I see another potential face of a revolution.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try again. I don't want to keep making waves if we have a bad public image. I don't want to make it worse. This could just be an isolated incident.
All right. I will stand up and start walking toward Vincent Kahn.
All right. You can see he's addressing Dozer, lifts his drink up and walks away. He's walking toward the fireplace at this point, and you get up and intercept him. Hello.
Well, hello. It is quite wonderful to see you in the city again.
I have to confess, I've always been in the city.
So, am I to understand you know of the current situation in one?
I do. Why do you ask? Stranger.
Because... Ah, yes, but of course. I am Grimold Venari. I was previously an inquisitor for the Church of Abraham. I have realized the error of my ways and the evil of the church. And I speak to you now because I figure you also would share my understanding.
And you? He looks at Zane.
Had muted. I am Xenodroxus. My father was the...
Zabradroxus.
Huh?
Your father was Zabradroxus.
Yes. If you truly have been in the city this whole time, I don't feel I need to go any further, I suppose.
I'm very sorry to hear what happened to your people. It's
Thank you,
a
sir.
tragedy on the scale of Cordoba Square, so it is not talked about as such.
I feel there's much mending to be done.
Much owed. But, besides the point, you believe I can help you with what exactly?
I was hoping to see why you are resurfacing within the city. Is it because of events in one?
I heard there was a party. I wanted to come.
Are you not concerned with the state of the city currently?
My concern for the state of the city has been met with murder, anger, my hunting by my own creation. My concern for the state of the city is about my concern for the ants I step on.
Well, I was very hopeful that there was still the spirit of democracy within you, and you could be a beacon within the dimness in the city. But I see you have given up on us, so I will trouble you no further.
Let me let you in on a little secret, Grimold Venari. And he leans in and he whispers something to you that I'm going to send to you right now.
Fucking secret.
No one is going to believe you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he says.
And then he leans back. Enjoys the party. And he walks away.
Could I make a
Perception
check
check?
to see?
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
perception check.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, and it's a roll of the dice. You can't really help it if it happens. If it happens, it happens.
It's about how he rolls.
Ooh. Oh, not bad.
17.
17. You didn't hear what he said, but you did notice he seemed to slip Grimold something as he walks away.
Good, then I don't have to message you directly. Do you have a message that's
One
related
second.
to the thing slipped to me?
He said,
There it is. Okay.
he says the Lannisters send their regards, and what he had slipped Matt was actually a dagger.
Ah, I do not like parties.
All right. So, as he steps
I was wondering. Sorry.
as he steps away, let's move on to talk to Joe, who is escorting Leon and Elena across the room to Ignacio, correct?
Yes, I had a cool thing that I wanted to do because I'm useless unless I have alcohol. So you said that we were standing by the bar. I'm going to use some of my experience as a bartender. And if there's like a tray of drinks or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to like weave my way through the crowd of people. And I'm going to bring the drinks over to serve to everyone that's in the group.
Okay. You could take the drinks. It's an open bar, so they don't really care as you grab them. They seem a little confused because they're not sure if you're a server or not. But you could tell.
I'm wearing like a tux, so I could look like a server.
You could tell a couple of the people behind the bar are actually have been working over at Barefist Brewery, so you could see a couple of them recognize you off the bat and just kind of let you go.
I figured that's how that would work.
All right, so you three move across the room, stopping only as Vincent Kahn walks in. As you guys continue, Leon just laughs and he's like, "Oh, wow. Isn't that something?"
Yes, the dead walk again.
No doubt here to remind everyone how rich and stuck up he is. If you ask me, he only caused more divisiveness. He didn't actually help with anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, he like weaponized creatures to attack a city of people. Seems a little violent.
You guys make your way across the room to Ignacio and his group as they're sitting there laughing near the food table. Just as you walk up, he goes, "Yeah, right here."
And I just kind of like bring the tray down onto, if there's like a table or whatever. If there's not, whatever, I'll just kind of like start serving
Yeah,
out.
you just serve him out. He takes it and goes, "Thank you," and he hands you a gold piece.
I'll fucking take it. I slip it into my pocket.
Make that money, baby. Hustle. Hustling every day.
As you take it and try to slip it in your pocket, Leon grabs your hand and he goes, "Sir, she is not a server. I'm very sorry for the confusion. Give that back, Joe."
I mean, I did a service. If he is willing to reward me for that service, I am sorry, sir. I am sorry.
No, I'm sorry. That would now be penance for my mistake.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. You're too kind. How about we, this gold will go towards a better cause, something that can help more people. Like, my friend here. Have you met my friend? Have you met Leon?
Leon Granato, sir. I own an orphanage in District 11. He goes, "Granato?" "Yes, sir. I understand my name, but it has some connotation. But I assure you, I am not my father. Clearly not, if your main enterprise is an orphanage. I assume you're here to talk about that." And talk they do. I'm not going to have a conversation between two NPCs among myself. It's hard.
No, you're good. My question was, I just kind of wanted to know more about this man. He kind of seems on brand for the kind of person that we would be interested in having help us as well.
Basically, as they get to talking, Leon explains the whole situation and explains what he's looking for, what he would like, how he was looking to grow into other districts, and Ignacia's finally like, "Well, I don't know if I have the financial capital to invest at this time. However, I am open to holding a fundraiser in Cordoba Square. I have a few residences that could be of use. Can attract some bigger wallets near the center of the city. Should be able to get you what you are looking for." Yes, sir. Yes, please." "Very well. Why don't we arrange to meet about this 2 days, first thing in the morning. Come by my office." "Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, sir."
And Ignacio goes, "You don't understand, Leon. One fundraiser with me, you'll never have to ask for money again."
I think I know that reference, but I'm not sure.
It was Batman.
Batman, Dark Knight. Come
That's
on,
right.
Ben.
It's been a while.
Batman.
That's funny.
Dark Knight was the greatest movie ever made.
Oh boy, it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Isn't it brilliant?
I don't know. I was trying
Could you put damage on my forehead so people know how damaged I am?
Because I'm really messed up. People need to know how messed up I am.
Ben, I have a question, and this could just be like a summary of this man. I'm trying to remember from last time. Is he a senator of a district, or does he he's like a?
As Leon says, he was the former senator for District 3, I believe it was, Cordoba Square, and I have my notes up here. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry to all involved. Oh, that came out of nowhere. I know. That's awful.
Just fucking
District
so unprofessional.
District
Catch
3,
free!
Cordova Square. He's the former senator there. He was on the Senate when it was disbanded. Leon also believes that he has connections to Los Reyes Dorados, which is gang based out of District 3. Though they're really more of an activist group at this point.
Okay.
So Leon at this point is just like, thank you so much for your time. I've taken too much of it already. I will be on to allow you to enjoy the rest of the party. And Ignacio tips his drink out to him, and Leon grabs Elena. He's like, "Come down, let's go." Walks away. Do you join Leon and Elena, or do you stay, Joe?
I want to stay and try and talk to this guy a
Okay.
little bit more. I'm gonna. I have more drinks, so I'll stand there. I'll grab a drink, and I'll say, thank you so much, sir. He's a very good friend of mine, and thank you for not judging him by his father. We both had the unfortunate circumstance of our families, and it is nice to be out from underneath them. What are you currently? So you were the former senator of Cordoba Square, were you not?
Yes.
What is it? What have you been up to since the fall of the Senate?
Ensuring the rise of my district.
Ah, how so?
Investing in the businesses that need investing. Investing in the people that need investing. Making sure everyone has food during the winter. Ensuring that those who struggle with addiction get the help they need. Is there
It
anything
is,
else?
I hope you don't mind my saying, but it is, refreshing to hear of a leader who actually cares for the people who struggle.
Cordoba Square has seen an immense amount of violence and destruction and death, all due to the state. The state that has proven that it has forgotten its roots. It has forgotten who built this city with their bare hands. My people did. So, yes, I am a leader that helps people. But I'm also just a person, fed up with his government.
Here, here. And I, cheers him and take a drink.
He accepts it.
So, you talked about investing in the people and helping them out. What sort of things, what sort of services do you have in place to help these people? Maybe I can, I don't know if I can be of service, but maybe I can introduce you to a friend of mine who is doing a lot of work in District 11. Not just Leon. Leon does wonderful work too, but another friend of mine does excellent work in 11 as well. So what kind of services do you currently have to help these people? You said with addiction, with the providing of food. What sort of services are available for them in 3?
With all due respect, which friend? And he kind of looks around the room. Are you speaking about?
I kind of pan over. Where is Varys at?
He's currently talking to Carny.
So Varys is currently trying to get a game of Screw the Dealer together.
So I motion to Varys in his impeccably clean white robe.
I'm a little embarrassed. I didn't notice who you were before. You're part of that group. The ones who assisted Girgagax.
Yes. Yes, that was kind of a... Well, I don't know. Say what you will, but we tried to do what we could to help the people, but I'm not the best person to put in that position, so...
Yes. From my understanding, you all ran into the china shop and began acting without planning.
Yes, that's like our MO.
Yes. I appreciate you wanting to help, Joe. But, with that being said, the kind of help your people offer is not the kind of help I'm interested in getting.
I completely understand. We're kind of, rough around the edges.
In a time where my people need stability, I believe the worst thing anyone can do is introduce your group.
I completely agree with you. That's what I've been trying to tell my group.
That is not something to be proud of. It is something you should desire to change.
Well, they don't like listening to me, so... I'll try, but they don't like listening to me, so,
Change,
Well,
change begins from within. It is one of the first lessons I've learned.
you sound very much like a very good friend of mine. He says he's told me the exact same thing.
Your friend sounds wise. You should listen to him.
Oh, he is, and I try. I won't keep you anymore, sir. Thank you for your time.
Of course. It was nice meeting you. As you step away from the group, we move on to Demetrius. To get into character. So, as I was discussing, I believe looking for options as far as to bring trade into the port. Doing so could be very financially profitable for you.
And yourself as well, I'm assuming.
Well, I would not offer it if it was not financially profitable to me first.
Of course. And what about the district itself? It is mainly to make sure that everyone in the district may profit.
Increased trade brings increased jobs brings increased wealth. They shall profit in a way that they are familiar with, whereas we shall profit in a way that we are familiar with. You being a successful and mighty adventurer, and me being a successful and mighty senator.
And how do you imagine the split going between yourself and the district?
Percentages, taxes, none of your concern, as all you need to know is that you will see 10% commission on all trade you bring in to the district. A deal that I can assure you is not offered to any one single person.
I see. That is quite generous of you.
I've been called generous many times by people I am assured when I was not around.
Well, then I hope that you know that if you know the reputation of myself and the party I am with, that if any sort of injustice should be done to the district, we will know who to come and find.
Injustice? Oh, you mean by the church? Well, then I assure you, if injustices are being committed, then you will be the first we call upon.
And what do you know about the dealings of the church?
Religion over profit, High Father over people, over senators. Of course, Gilgagax paved the way with his greed. Talk about a greedy man. He wanted all the power. I don't want any of the power. I just like some coin.
And I do not know if you are familiar with the happenings the past month, but there were a group of clerics that were around the Order of Gyrosodonis, I believe. Not Gyros, hold on. Not Gyrosodonis, who was it? Time out!
Are you talking about in District 8?
I was talking about my father's clerics.
Tremadoon, right?
Tremadoon, yeah.
Yeah, Tremadoon. Yep, that's it. the clerics from the Order of Tramadoom that assisted in the recovery of the city after the gates were opened. Do you happen to know what happened to them?
I have not heard of any Tramadoom clerics within my district. And if it's not within my district, I am afraid I do not know much about it.
I see.
I care most importantly about my people.
Of course.
This is what makes me so generous.
Well, in the course of our adventures, I will be sure to look into establishing maritime trade with the city. You have my word.
Yes! Father Demetrius! You... He reaches for your hand.
Sure.
Oh, it's sweaty.
Yeah, no,
You are a saint! I promise that if this helps the district, you will forever be known as Saint Demetrius among your people. We will bow down to statues of you and leave offerings that will, of course, be taxed to your visage.
Sure, we will see about that, whether it will be necessary. But the trade will come first.
Thank you. Now, if you must excuse me, I saw Vincent Kahn walk in, and I would like to go stare at him without approaching. And he walks off.
Thoroughly unpleasant man.
Did somebody say new party member?
Varus, you're sitting by Carny and Nama as Vincent walks in. And Carny is just as he walks over to Dozer and the party kind of picks back up, she starts to stand, and Nama's like, no, do not do that. She goes, I just want to talk to him. He goes, if you just talk to him, you will look like the aggressor. Wait for him to come to you, then take him into your office and say what you must.
I'm sorry, are we hating someone?
That man over there. She nods. It's Vincent Kahn. You may have heard of him.
I'm familiar with him, yes.
Vincent happens to owe me quite a little bit of sum. Me and my sister, which means now he just owes me double.
How much are we talking?
10,000.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not that bad.
Not that bad for a hot adventurer like yourself, but for me, who's in the business of lending and getting money back, it's a bit of a lot.
Well, what do you plan to do about it?
Plan to take him in my office and kindly request he pay the fuck up, since it turns out he's not dead. Or... Varus, do you want work?
I don't know if want is the word.
Do you need work?
Always, yes. I'm absolutely impoverished, just so to speak.
Right. Get my money from him, and I'll make sure you get 1,000 of it. 10%. 15%.
You've got yourself a deal.
Alright?
I didn't have to fucking roll for it.
It's because the DM was unsure about that number. He's like, alright.
Very well. I will do what I can. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. But if I do, 15%. You have yourself a deal.
She shakes your hand. You get up and go now?
Absolutely.
Alright. You see he is just now leaving discussion with Grimald and Zane. And you catch him as he's still making his way around the table. And he's just like... It seems like he expected this. Hello.
He's talking to me.
You said you go to him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he sees you. Just, hello.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met. My name is Varus. And yours?
Vincent Kahn. It's nice to meet
The
you.
Vincent Kahn.
I don't know about the Vincent Kahn, but
I said the.
yes. Pardon my accent. I grew up in Unterberg.
Oh, it's fine. No one's perfect, really. So I hear that you owe Carny Troskell 10,000 gold.
Is that why you came over to talk to me? You are Carny Troskell's Sug?
Oh, no, not at all. No. I don't really care how much gold you owed her. I just wanted to come talk to you. That was an icebreaker, as they say.
That's quite the icebreaker.
Honestly, though, you probably should pay her that 10,000 gold. You'll probably end up in an alleyway somewhere broken. I don't know.
He looks over your shoulder at her, and you don't look, but you could see from where his eyes are directed, he almost certainly makes eye contact with her. And then he looks back at you and he goes, I think I'll be fine.
Out of curiosity, do you have the 10,000 gold to pay her?
On me?
No.
Then yes.
Why don't you just pay her?
I suppose because I consider some money a loss for her.
Look, I'm going to say this rather straightforward. I think we all want a better city. I think that there should be nothing between us. Clear the road, as it were. You should pay her the money.
I think that on the road of finding a better city, we should not be paying drug dealers 10,000 gold.
It doesn't matter what she's dealing. We are stuck with her. She is an influential person, as are you. You can butt heads all you want. We won't get anywhere. It might end in bloodshed, more loss of money, whereas if you just pay her now, bury the hatchet as it were, we can move forward. You should pay her the money. And I mean that sincerely. That's a persuasion.
Roll it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage, man.
Why do you always say that?
'Cause I don't know.
I'm not mad at him for doing that.
I like
Just
bacon.
feels natural.
Because my life has taken an absurd turn.
That's going to be a unnatural, some would say a dirty 20.
A dirty 20?
That should have been our group name.
Oh, shit.
The Dirty 20s.
I'm Dirty Dan.
All right, wait. No, here.
Just picture trying to explain that to people in the world, though. We're the Dirty 20, because you know the people who roll the dice that control us.
You hear
How
muffled
many-
screaming in the distance.
Wait, how many of you
I
are
mean,
there? Not 20.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's, we'll talk about that later.
You hear screaming reverberating through the multiverse.
No, there weren't actually 20 of them. They just called themselves the Crazy 20.
That actually would be good. Like, the Dirty 20 spreads. Oh, the Dirty 20's coming into town. Oh my god. Like, how could we ever fight that? Like, people are freaked at that point. Anyway,
Yeah.
beside the point. Fine. You bring up interesting points. I will talk to Carny. Is there
Very
anything
good.
else?
How are you doing? I have not heard of you in a long time.
I am doing quite well. You
Good.
know, you are the first person to ask me how I'm doing.
Well, that's my type. I care about people. I like to know how they're doing. You're not going to start any more revolutions, are you?
To be fair, I did not start a revolution. I
not about starting,
I started
it's
a
about-
movement, and the government chose to turn it into a revolution.
Look, it's not what your intentions are that matter. It's what happens. You incited civil unrest and violence, which I'm fine with civil unrest. Power to the people. I'm not fine with violence and innocents dying. So, glad you're back. Don't do it again.
You speak as if you are someone who indirectly led to a theological government taking control.
No. Well, I clean up the fucking mess after people like you have gone. So don't do it again.
He looks toward the window, and then like kind of holds the moment before looking back to you and goes, "Well, let me know once this mess is cleaned up," and breaks away.
Prick.
Back to Dozer and Sinrig.
Hold on, I want to appreciate, because I wrote it down. Ben, that was such a good line. I didn't start a revolution, I started a movement. The government decided to turn into a revolution. Really good. I really appreciated that. That was really good line.
Thanks.
Anyway.
I wrote it myself.
Good point.
You
Thanks.
write down everything you're gonna say.
Yep. Well, I don't. Our scriptwriters do.
Wait, did you write that down?
Wait, Mike, do you not have the script?
Wait, what? We have scripts?
Wait,
That's why this campaign's
I'm
been
not
so
supposed
off
to
the
lose.
rails. Is because you guys aren't sticking to the script.
Yeah, the
thought Mike-
banishment episode wasn't supposed to happen until like 63.
I thought Mike was just being a wild card.
That was the first episode I got. I just pushed it back until then.
Dozer, Sinrig. Do you guys have anyone else you'd like to go talk to? Go back to Vincent.
Can I scan the room?
Sure.
I would personally like to see Vincent, but after Sinrig does his thing.
Okay. So Sinrig, as you look around, people you would recognize. Carny and Nama, who of course you've met before. Deliria, who is surrounded by very attractive and young elven men, who all seem to be very interested in her.
They all have their shirts off, cut abs. It's weird.
A bunch of cronks.
You see
They
a
haven't
rather
drank water in 2 days.
Is that the Goliath woman that they're all around? Who are they all?
no, they're all around Deliria. You do
Got
see a large Goliath woman, blonde elf woman you don't recognize, a Cordoban older male you don't recognize. You know, those are the people, blah, 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 blah. Briar, you recognize. Leon, you recognize. And then, of course, Vincent. That's about it.
I see Briar over there. Maybe we could talk with her for a second. Unless you think we should get to the rest of the party with Vincent sooner.
I will defer to you. I just stand here and look pretty. Go ahead, Sinrig. I'll follow along.
Do I see Demetrius?
Yeah.
Can I get his attention?
How? Depends how.
Demetrius!
Yeah, that could get his attention.
Subtle.
And a few others who, like, look over it, they're like, oh my god. Like, this dude, what does he think he's at, a
Sinner
rave?
is not subtle. Never.
Wait, how
We
many-
know.
Can I Can I speak with him telepathically?
He would have to
I don't know if
engage
he's
it.
within range to his thing.
Raise your eyebrows at him.
I just go.
Well, at this point, I have just shook hands with what's his tits,
Yes,
so I'll just
like
walk
him.
over.
Okay.
We were thinking we could get everyone to maybe talk with Vincent Kahn. I thought you could kind of just pinpoint everyone and we can all meet him together.
Well, it looked like a few of them went up to him individually.
He just seems like an interesting character. I thought maybe he could help us, especially with what Grimold wanted to be done with the city. But if not, I was thinking of speaking with the Briar. She has plenty of sway here.
She is here.
Then I'll go with her, I guess, if you want to come with.
I will let everyone know that we should reconvene at some point.
Sure.
I'll
Then,
just go ahead and- Pew, 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 pew.
You all receive in your heads that Demetrius, what do you tell each of them?
We should reconvene soon. Sinrig has some ideas to put forth.
I will be at the bar. Joe is just at the bar.
Alright.
We will meet at the bar.
well, Dozer, if you want to come with me to Briar first, you can...
Yeah, I'll tag along. Let's go.
I'll go as well.
Alright. So Dozer, Sinrig, and Demetrius, you three make your way over to Briar. Elven woman, pale, with a low-cut black dress rivaling Deliria's, sitting at a chair, talking to just a couple of people. Or actually, I'd say not sitting in a chair, she's standing at a table, talking to a few people. And as you approach, she, you could hear her, she's just, why don't we pick this up later? I would like to talk to our new guests. Well, they look back and they go, very well. We shall speak to you soon. And they walk off. Hello. Long time no see.
It has been, Madam Briar, yes.
We're looking for work? Need work? I don't normally discuss business at these events, but I understand that if you're looking for something, normally it's profitable.
I just thought I'd check in with how you all were doing in this current state of the city.
You mean in the state of the city where guards are nearly absent and people hold grudges now more than ever? Very well.
I find that interesting, actually. I would think that in a state of barely any government, that maybe you have less ideal targets.
The governmental targets are still out and about. In fact, they are so without any actual professional guarding. However, since these politicians are no longer politicians, people tending to keep their grievances a bit smaller, though still profitable.
Okay.
Financiers, merchants, things of that nature.
I'll cut to the chase, Madam Briar. I'm not saying we are pursuing this avenue at the moment, but say I knew someone who wanted to get into one. Is there such a way?
Honest answer or financial answer?
Honest.
No. We're working on it. But at the moment it's seems to be nigh impossible short of flying overhead. Which some of our people can do if need be.
Okay. Say you found out a way into one. Would you be willing to offer this information?
A way into one that doesn't involve flapping your wings would be a very expensive piece of information, considering the market right now.
I'm not saying I would do such a job or pay it, but maybe the way the city is being run is not ideal for anyone.
I'll tell you what. I'll continue working on this. you do something for me, should in the event I have a way, I'm willing to give it to you.
The cost being
I need a letter delivered.
to where?
Place south of here. Southwest. A city called Vandortas.
Well, we may be heading south at some point in the near future, so maybe this could be done.
If in the event that we don't find a way in, or if circumstances change, I can always discuss alternative reward, but I would like the letter delivered, and I don't have the manpower to send one of my people right now. And frankly, I wouldn't trust a courier from New Praxia, who has not been outside the wall in 15 years, to get to Vandortas. So, leaves just people of your ilk.
All right. Then, if you are willing, I will take said letter.
I don't have it with me now. Swing by my place tomorrow. I'd be happy to give it to you, along with instructions on who it will be delivered to.
Side was that in 4 or was that in 5?
Her place is in 4.
In 4. Okay. Well, then okay. Who would you say holds most sway over 4 currently? Just curious. I know that area has been devastated.
The merchants, mostly. Zabradroxus tries to fight back against them, but he doesn't really have the force to do so. I know the merchants have tossed around kind of just doing away with him. What's one more dead dragonborn, they say, but it's ultimately realized that he's not worth a coin. Sad, if you ask me.
Well, if we see you tomorrow, then it will be a decent day, yes?
Every day is a decent day when in a tyrannical regime. What about you boys? Do you need anything? Or she looks at Demetrius and Dozer, who have been very quiet.
So, you know about cities outside of New Praxia?
I don't like to say it, but I am quite old, dear. I am an elf.
I see. Well, you don't... You look very, very nice for whatever age you are.
I am an elf.
Of course. How many, civilized cities are there in the area?
Well, last I checked, a few. What do you mean in the area? In the country?
Yes.
Okay, well, last I checked, major cities you're looking at, Verthiam, Dwarven Fortress in the mountains north of Varnora, Port Bastion, height of trade in the country before the walls closed, Vandortas, of course, Empire's Crossing, I don't know if I'd call a major city, but busy enough to warrant discussion. Underberg, of course. That's about all I would say. Why?
Well, I was in talks with one of the senators who felt that bringing trade, now that the gates are open, back to the city would help a lot of people. So perhaps on our travels we will reconnect with cities in the area that we have been cut off from quite some time.
Reconnecting with Port Bastion would probably be fairly big for the city, that is certain.
And seeing as you are somewhat well connected, how much do you know about what happened with the church and the retaking of one?
As much as anyone else. Which means nothing else that you guys wouldn't know.
I see. Dozer?
Yeah, nice to meet you. I don't really have anything. I was gonna go talk to Vinny.
Charmed.
Hey, Dozer. You should ask about Hopevale. See if she knows anything.
You know anything about Hopeville?
It's a small town just north of Empire's Crossing.
Small town.
I'm here. You guys don't need. You can ask.
Oh, okay. You can ask if you want.
Well, he already did, so I don't.
Oh, okay. No, I got you. Okay, that's all you had. I'm not smart. I swing swords around. I don't know.
Sounds to me like if you know your art and your way of living, then that makes you fairly smart.
You're pretty.
Thanks.
No problem.
If that will be all, I'd like to continue my former conversation.
I like her. All right. See you later.
Back to Aldous, who's crossing the room to get a drink for Lyriel.
Yes, I will do that.
Grabbing a drink really quick and make your way back, or?
I do hand her the drink, but I'm like, listen, actually, something came up. I have to be right back.
Oh. Okay, well, don't be gone long.
I will try my best. And I want to go talk to. You said there's a Goliath woman, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what's up with her.
Okay. You approach her. She's standing in the corner by herself. She's wearing big furs and just like drinking out of a big wooden mug.
What color is her skin?
Gray skin, as a Goliath would have. She's got some tattoos around her face.
Got it.
Just a big frown. As you approach.
Not a fan of the social aspect, huh?
Roll a charisma check for me.
Sure. Oh,
New dice tower.
first roll, baby. It's gonna be terrible. Oh, no fucking shit.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh shit. Litty critty, baby.
you won.
Just
Hey,
for Mark there. Litty-
Congratulations, Mike. You won. You can quit now. You're good.
You guys see me just win D&D?
Yay.
That's a 25 on the skill check.
She looks at
It's
you
funny.
like, as you approach. You're probably the first person in this party to approach in this whole party to approach her, and it charms her, it strikes her, and she looks at you and she's just, Carny made me come.
Oh, she did, huh? Yeah, she invited us too. She did not make me come, but
Carny makes me do a lot of things.
what is your name?
Hildegard. But people call me Hilda. My friends. Sometimes.
Well, I hope to eventually be able to call you Hildegard.
You may call me Hilda. I told you. My friends call me Hilda.
Oh, she likes him. She likes him.
This love's a Goliath.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to do notes. That is... Well, thank you very much. My name is Aldous. I am, I'm an ambassador from the waterplane. So you work for Carny then, huh?
Sort of. You can tell, like, she's, like, nervous to, like, say more.
Sort of, huh? Well, you know. Yeah, I sort of work for her too, I guess, I suppose. What does she have you do? What sort of things do you do for Miss Carny there? You can tell me. I mean, I know Carny. We're like, Carny and I like wave at Carny.
She just stares at you. Or she's actually not even staring at you. She's looking at Vincent Kahn right now, you can see.
If you get her attention, she'd wait. It's like we know each other.
She's busy. She's busy.
You know each other. Roll a deception check for me.
All right. There it is. That's a little more normal.
More on brand.
17.
Yeah, that's still fine. You see, she looks at you and she looks back at Carny.
I know.
Well, she has me be senator, but I have not had job for a little bit now. So,
Wait, she has her be senator?
yes, I am senator.
What district are you the senator of?
This.
10.
District of Senator 10. Yes, but the Senate has been disbanded. Yes. Tragic,
I have not had job. It has been frustrating.
That is very. What do you plan to do about it? What is your plans to do about it?
Well, I have been thinking of going.
Oh, where would you go?
I have been thinking of finding tribe. But I do not know where to look.
Did you used to have a different tribe outside of this city?
I left. I was foolish. I was headstrong. And so I left. I believed they died because of me. But now I know they did not. I would like to make right.
I literally just read the little blurb about District 10 and I saw that. I'm like, ooh. Dang.
Love this party. So many quests. Beef up my quest log. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's. I can really relate with that. I too have been foolish and headstrong in leaving my tribe. And I have returned to them, which is good. Well, actually, I'm part of a group of people that kind of.
Yes.
Oh, you know who we are, huh?
Fat Troublemakers is what they called you.
Troublemakers! Oh, wait, no, that's a way better group name! Oh, shit!
Aldous, looks at his stomach and is kind of like, He, looks at
like fat P-A-A.
Oh, no, you are not. You are not fat. It's just what they called you.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
They say it angrily. In your
yeah.
in the common tongue. I do not understand very much, but they say fat troublemakers.
Oh, big troublemakers.
Fat.
Troublemakers.
No.
Oh, yeah, the troublemakers. Very fat. Yes. yes. I had to learn to comment myself. But anyway,
Awful
I mean,
tongue.
we are planning on doing some things outside the city eventually. I would be willing to. Do you know where your tribe was located? Perhaps if we're in that area, I can help reconnect you.
Well, my tribe was often circled the wetlands to the southeast. The wetlands would not be wet currently, of course, they'd be frozen. But in the summer, I guarantee they are quite wet. They would be a good place to look.
Even now in the winter?
Hmm?
Even now in the winter, they don't leave and travel?
Goliaths prefer winter. We built for it.
Same, yes. Yes, dragons as well, The cold is good for us.
Oh.
Helps you stay alive, Wake up. And what is your tribe's name? What do they call themselves?
Oh. Your DM forgot to get that.
It was literally, I just asked and I was like, that will be the only way that we remember that mission. That's if we have a name.
Well, because it said she was now the only survivor of the tribe, so I assume they were just dead.
But everybody is.
It's written in the context that the world ended outside of the city. So, the Thunder Giants is what we are called in your tongue. That is what we are called.
Taking that name.
Thunder.
Well, that is much better than Fat Troublemakers. Let me tell you that.
It
You
is.
guys have a great name.
That's a great fucking name.
That sounds like aside. That sounds like a 6-year-old soccer team.
Thunder Giants!
Can we be the Thunder Giants?
In Goliath, it sounds like.
Clayton. I'm kidding. I like that. I'm not trying to make fun of anything. So that is, yeah. Then I will be happy to look when we are there, and if you are looking and if it helps me get in the good graces of a former senator, then I'm sure it is worth my time. Is there anything you can give? I'm looking more for information on a lot of the goings on in the city. Would you be willing to help keep me updated in return for this favor?
Most of them do not talk to me, but I can see. As you can see, and she like kind of looks around. She goes, "These ones do not like me very much. Some of the others that used to come to Senate meetings, I had spoken to sometimes. I could maybe talk to them."
That would be great. That would be wonderful. Where can I expect to find you? Just with Carny?
When I am not at Rock's party, I like to stay in my office, which is also my home.
Got it, great. That is in District 10, right?
Yes, it is right here in District 10.
Great.
I love this woman.
Well,
so
Hilda, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet a fellow outsider, I suppose, is the good thing, right? We have to stick together. Me, you, that giant guy over there.
You know him?
Yes, would you like to meet him?
I would, very much.
I'll just is Cindric looking around or?
At this point,
Always.
Cindric,
Oh, yeah.
even while talking, would probably still be looking around, yeah. So.
Do I have message? I might have message. Hold on.
you
Just
like,
yell across the room.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
the Cindric way of doing it.
I am the opposite at a party as Cindric. All this is the opposite of Cindric at a party. So I'll just taps the shoulder of a waiter nearby and says, "Could you please go get my friend and get his attention?"
Look at you,
And I give him a silver.
they take it and go to get him.
He's like, you got legs, don't you?
No, I give him an electrum. He gets an electrum. Get fucked.
Let me roll an intelligence
Just
check
rolls his
here.
eyes. Like you just got a dollar coin from the highway or something.
He doesn't even have.
He looks at you and he goes, "Look, man, real currency only. I appreciate
All right, I
it,
give him
but
a silver. Jesus.
Do you guys take Bitcoin? Do you guys take Bitcoin?
Thanks.
I got an app.
I give him GameStop stock.
You give him a big coin.
He takes it. He's like, "Oh, fuck
Dogecoin.
yeah." He takes it, goes over, taps on Cindric's shoulder as you guys are walking away from Briar, and Cindric, he's like, "That guy wants you over there."
Oh, sure. Yeah. Aldous wants me. I don't know if you want to come with or go to the bar.
Well, we'll all end up there eventually, so
Let's
I
go.
will tag along, I guess.
was already there.
All right, so with 4 of you now together, that makes things a little easier, but we're going to move on back to Grimald and Zane. As you two boys have just spoken with Vincent, what would you like to do now?
Well, we've been telepathically told to go to the bar, right?
Yeah, at a certain point, yeah.
I'm gonna head over to the bar.
All right, and just hang out there.
Yeah, I have nothing else that I want to do in between.
I'll sit down at the bar and...
Sounds
Well,
good.
Joe? How was your night, Ben?
Well, I talked to this guy, the District 3 Senator, Ignacio, and made some pretty good points about how terrible we are and that we keep leaving the city in disarray and making the people suffer for our decisions. And I agreed with him. And then I came over here and I have been drinking ever since. So it's a
Well.
really good party. This is what parties are like. I should come to them more often.
Hey, really quick, thank you so much to to the anonymous person who just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. This is
Normally I don't
Zane and
stop
I-
stream to thank subs, but that was worth it. Sorry. Continue, guys.
Zane and I had a similar encounter with the former senator of one. And then Vincent Kahn seemed very distraught about the future of the city. Though he was very cryptic and handed me this, and I'll show Joe.
He whips out a card that appears to be the closest approximation to what an address would be in a fantasy city, but it's an address basically.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's supposed to mean something, but he didn't seem very up about the idea of democracy anymore. So it could be worth checking out at some point.
I mean, I don't know. I just, if anything, this party has reaffirmed to me, I don't know if it's reaffirmed to you, that we create mess here. And I think we need to do a better job of not just doing things without thinking about how they affect the people here, because we can go and do what we can, but other people do not have such means.
Agreed.
This is a good point. If anything, this address we've been given, it's kind of made me realize that maybe it wasn't the best strategy of us to be making such large proposals in such a public manner. Not for us, but maybe difficult to garner support, especially the first few potential backers, of such a large play right out in the open of this party. So perhaps this address is an avenue for us to seek supporters in a more discreet manner while we get everything worked out.
Well, yes, and I think we are going to have to win the hearts of these people because we have shown them that we cannot be trusted. It is going to take much more than just a couple of fancy words and a promise for them to support our cause, because they're not going to do it. I wouldn't either if I were them. So I think we're going to have to do some work to help the people here, to show them we are what we are, that we can be trusted. We can't just keep going around making horrible, wide-sweeping decisions and then leaving it to rot and decay. In fact, I think we should stop trying to make really big decisions that affect the city. I think we should let the city do what it can to repair.
You may be right. I do not trust the church at all, but I cannot speak from a point of clarity when it comes to it. So maybe I need to reel back a little and listen to all of you.
And Grimold, I also, I don't think any of the people in our party also trust the church, but actually, reassuringly enough, a lot of the people here at this party also don't trust them. And these are the other people that are kind of responsible for making things happen in these districts. So I think we can kind of sit a little bit better knowing that although we don't know what's going on in one, and we don't know what the church is planning, it seems that these people also don't trust them. And also have their own interests that are not in line with that of the church. So if that is any sort of reassurance for you, if, of course, if things change, we will of course do what we can, but I think we need to take a step back and move from there.
Meanwhile, as you guys continue to talk, Varus is the only one out on his own still. Varus, what are you up to right now? After just speaking with Vincent.
I guess I'm just gonna roll back to Carny real quick.
Okay. He actually, so you and him go back together over to Carny.
Oh.
And she's sitting there, hands folded in her lap, Nama smoking. And Vincent walks up with his drink. Where do you go in this arrangement here? Are you standing on Vincent's side, or you go to sit on Carny's side? Or do you just step away in the middle?
I like to think I'm gonna be like in a neutral stance between them.
Side.
Carny. She doesn't say anything. She just looks at him. Your Sug here has helped me see the light in how to help you make peace in the district. I assure you, I will be sending my servant with your 10,000 gold as soon as I get home. It is a promise. And she looks at Nama. Nama, like, she turns back to him. Your accent's ridiculous. Get the fuck out of my face. And he just nods to her,
I love her
and walks
so
away.
much. Oh.
She looks at you and she's like, "You don't get paid until I get the money."
That's fair.
That's all. And I want to be alone with Nama.
I want you to be alone with Nama. I don't want to be around you anymore. Anyways, fun party. I'll talk to you later. And I walk away.
Oh, of
All right,
course.
as
act
you-
like I'm not
as you-
here.
Walk away, you see he's made his way around now, and he's made his way to Ignacio. And you all can see now as like the group has part, and Ignacio sees him, and there's like this stare between them for a moment, and then Ignacio just raises his arms, and they just give each other this big bro hug. And they're laughing. You can't really hear what they're saying now at this point.
Aw, brochachos.
Muchachos,
Who is-
muchachos.
Is that our name?
For Sinrig, you.
I like brochachos.
Senrig, Dozer, Demetrius, and Altus all walk over to Hildegard, and she's just looking at the ground as you all walk up.
Aldous, that small man said you wanted me.
Yes, this is a friend of mine. Her name is Hilda. She wanted to. She was a former senator of District 10. She was curious as to meet you. I told her that we, as outsiders, should stick together, right? He is also not from the city originally.
No, I'm from 3, but
Her tribe, her tribe outside of the city is. Well, she left them and is looking to get a message sent to them, or just ensure their safety.
Hey
Hey.
Ben. Oh, sorry. Are in this are Goliaths also giant kin?
Oh, yes,
Or are they? Okay. Then,
cousin, you need help, yes?
She speaks back in giant,
Hmm.
and she's like, I am interested in rejoining my tribe. I saw you when you came in, and knew you would feel the same, but I was worried to approach.
I'm sorry I did not approach sooner.
this is in giant.
I understand the desperation of being back with one's tribe. Where are your people from?
We are from southeast of here, wetlands that is not wet any longer, of course. Now frozen, but will be wet again come summer. I suppose you could still signify that the snow is wet and therefore the lands are still wet. But I don't know if that technically qualifies as a wetland.
I completely understand what you mean. I mean, if it is once wet and may not be any longer, what else do you call it?
And of course, if there's no snow down there, then is the ice wet? It could be a fairly dry ice if it is a
could be-
fairly dry winter.
No, trust me, you do not have to explain anymore. I understand.
Thank you, I know you would.
Are you perhaps from... Where are you from? I can pull out my map if you want to point it out.
She looks and she goes, I do not recognize that name, but I am from there. Those are the wetlands. And she points to where Gazad is.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, because there was a lot of lakes and rivers. Okay. Well, we perhaps have a mission, a quest of sorts nearby. I can definitely make it a priority for myself, if not for the rest of my group. Yes.
If it is not too much trouble, I do not wish to be a burden on your initial tasks. I know you are very busy making trouble.
Oh, of course. May I ask why it is you left your tribe?
I was young, and I was angry. My father was intent that all of his family members become warriors, and I did not want to become a warrior. I wanted to create art. I was a skilled sculptor.
Okay.
So I left, believing that in the city, one like I could be sculptor. But then the cataclysm, and no one cared about art any longer, so I was not able to try. Now, at the very least, I'd like to know my tribe is safe, so that I may know my options.
My friend, my path has been much the opposite of yours. You say you were young and angry. I am old and, well, thought I was intelligent and trusting. And yet we both find ourselves in the same place. I say this to mean do not blame yourself for where you are, or the fate of your tribe. I hope you will find them.
Thank you. Your name is Sinrig, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Sinrig.
Thank you, Hilda.
That's the only word we recognize in this whole
Yes.
conversation.
Babarushka Dadarushka Sinrig.
I think the introductions are over.
Hey,
I think they know each other now.
I know
Mountain Dew. Dadarushka Dadarushka Xbox 360.
Something dark side.
The conversation you can reach just you sense has come to an end at this point. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to talk to, or are you guys gonna head back to the bar now and
Did
reconvene?
we miss anybody else who was here? We talked to Briar, we talked to the Goliath.
I believe you've talked to everyone. Yeah, everyone has talked to everyone. Not all together, but
I was gonna apologize to Nama, but then I thought,
sorry I killed your
Nah.
ex-boyfriend that you were with in a time of war that actually was illegal for your people. Sorry. Saying
sorry,
it's a bit
but,
more
like-
complicated than just that, so probably you're fine.
nah.
All right, so everyone head to the bar.
Yeah. Aldous is gonna he's just like peeping around. Is that lady waiting for me somewhere?
She's talking to some people, but like you can tell she looks around and then like catches your eye every once in a while.
Like just a little bit.
Okay.
Good.
She's very clearly fascinated with you at this point. What with your exotic accent. You all head over to the bar though as you all reconvene. The moment is yours. Cool. So
All right. What pain points can we exploit of the rich and powerful?
I have to pause. I'm so sorry, guys. Hi, Emma.
if you're watching still.
Oh, hi.
Apparently she was watching, that's all.
Aw, cute.
Apparently she said hi to me but didn't know I couldn't see her. I'm
Emma's super cool. She needs to get more active on her YouTube channel. That'd be
Agreed.
great.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So, any pain points that we found, or any sort of collaborations that we found?
Yes, I believe more collaborations than pain points. I don't think it is necessarily a good idea to start threatening the rich and powerful.
No, I didn't have enough material at this point. Definitely not.
Well, I just spoke with both Carny and Khan.
Connie Khan.
Yeah, and well, you know, Khan owes Carny a real paltry sum of money. It's nothing. But I've got them talking, and they have the best interest of the city. Not
that-
really, though. I don't know. But yes, so they're talking now. We might exploit that, or you know, further that relationship. I don't know.
Wasn't she the one peddling the drugs to everybody?
She might not do that anymore.
Yes.
Allegedly.
So people like Carny aren't going to go away.
How did Vincent Kahn seem about all this?
Like a right prick, he referred to me as, I believe, a thug on 2 occasions, but I don't trust him.
I would agree with you on the prick part, but he did give me this, which could mean that this is all subterfuge, but I honestly don't know. I'm kind of disheartened from this night, and I'll just show the group the address.
White cardstock.
Sorry,
lettering.
what is it?
Oh my
It's an
God, it even
address?
has a
Yeah,
watermark.
it's
an address.
a card, an address written on a card.
We go in, there's just a water clock there.
Why do you seem disheartened by this? What did you speak with him about?
I sought him as an ally in a crusade against the church to take the city back, and he seemed to think that it was pointless, and I'm starting to wonder if it is.
And then he secretly slipped you an address?
Which I have no idea what it means. This is all becoming so much.
I don't know this Vincent Kahn. I have not heard of him, I think, before tonight. But from my understanding of what Dozer said, he kind of built the democracy of this city, correct?
By force, but yes.
Yes, he claimed to have been here this entire time. And if he was able to be in the city right under our noses this whole time, he must have some form of support structure. Maybe he is trying to put us in touch to get what we want through his avenues.
It is hard for me to trust a person who wanted so badly for a democracy for his people and then gave up and left them to their devices. Seems hard for me to see that he is somebody that we can trust. So I do not think that we should go blindly into an arrangement with him. Of course, we should check it out. I think it is
Yes.
time, but I do not think that we should go in thinking, oh, he built democracy. He's a great guy. He seems, all of this like smoke and mirror things seem not above board to me.
I don't know the situation the city was in before, but I don't know. I got a feeling about him. I don't know if it was the way Dozer described him or what, but maybe he does mean more good than we can understand at this time. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard before of this Cordoba Square massacre. Yes, if he disappeared around then, it could have been for his own good and perhaps the city's greater good. I
Those
don't know.
were troubling times for anyone who spoke out against the church.
I think it may be worth looking into, but it is not my city, as Joe has pointed out before. So I think I will leave it up to the rest of you. As for myself, we spoke with Briar, and if we are interested in perhaps sharing information about District 1, we could meet with Briar tomorrow to get a letter to take to a place I believe is called Van der Tas, somewhere southwest of here.
Oh, I have to. Well, that girl I did. Well, I don't know. Okay, you came over and started talking in this weird language, but that lady has a tribe in the southeast that she would like to connect with. Perhaps.
Yes. There is also. There is also Hilda, of one of the senators, who would like to reconnect with her tribe in what is now Gazad. That is not far from Hopevale. If perhaps you would all entertain me to go to Hopevale, do our business there, and maybe a little bit of time in Gazad. The Van der Tas, if we want, pulling out my map,
is in the complete opposite direction.
Yes, complete opposite, but when eventually we will make our way to Underberg, perhaps we could get a boat to sail to Van der Tas, in which case it is not that far.
Wait a minute. That's the wrong map. Why does my map only like show 3 steps?
The regular like Praxia map. We're up in the like New Praxia is in like the upright corner, and then straight down from that is Gazad, and then straight across to the left of that is like all the way the other end is Van der Tas.
I think I fucked up. Alright, just keep going.
So Joe is going to kind of like laugh a little bit at Sinrig taking, like, Joe doesn't know a lot about the ins and outs of like society and parties, but she knows that like us talking about our travel plans at the bar at a party that we were invited to, probably not the best idea, but she doesn't really give a shit, so she's laughing a little bit. And she says,
I said really quick to interject, sorry April, but I would also say that when in a loud place that's really packed, and it's not really packed, but everyone's self-absorbed into their own conversations, this would actually probably be the better time to talk about it rather than in a quiet place where you could be eavesdropped on. But continue. Sorry about that.
Anyways, so I will say, Sinrig, there is no like us having to entertain this for you. She is a senator here. She is a Goliath. She has a tribe of people. They could be very powerful allies in helping us with the fight in the water plane. I think this is a fantastic idea, and it's a person that does not already distrust us. I was actually just talking to Grimald and Zane before you all came over here, and I was saying, if there is anything that I have learned from this party of people, it is that we are not liked here. We are not going to very easily, and I don't blame them. I do not blame any of these people for not liking us. We have done a lot to disrupt the stability of these people. And it is going to take a lot more work for us to be able to gain allies. So I think us taking the Briar's job and doing this deed for Hildegard? Yeah. Doing this job for Hilda and doing these favors, we're going to need to do them. I'm sorry. I know that people want to go and do things, and that is what we do. We just run in and we do them, and I like it. I am pro that. And I know this is very much against my character, but I'm trying to be better. I think that it is a good idea for us to do these favors for people. Of course, not for nothing, but we should do them.
I agree.
Because otherwise nobody is going to help us, because we are fat trouble.
No, we have been undecided for too long. And I think it is a time to make decisions. There is a great enemy at the door of the water plane, and that is only one door away from this plane. And if we want to continue on that path, we need to make alliances. I'll have to say, I don't know what you mean that no one here likes us. I've been getting looks all around, but
Did you see how they all stopped talking when he walked in? He was like, ooh,
it was amazing. Yeah. I think it's the good berries, actually. Though.
Well,
Grimold. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I know this is your home, and I know your home being under the sway of a power you were once convinced by is hard, and I don't want to leave it in such a way. I think maybe it is worth coming back to, though. Let us do what we can for the smaller powers of the area so that they become more powerful in themselves and us in ourselves. So when we are ready to face the church, we can. And in doing so, ideally, ready an army for the Illithid. Yes?
We can.
Yes, I think this is something that Grimold Dane and I were also talking about before. Yes.
Okay, so I guess like, what do you want to do? Delirious thing, Hopevale, then swing over to Kazad, and then come back, and then go all the way to Vanderlax, or what do we want to do?
I'm done for that. I think we should, if we want to. Now, I again, Briar is, head of an assassin's guild. I don't know how much faith we want to put in this. However, they are skilled killers, and in a war would be very useful against the Illithid.
That is true.
So if we talk with them tomorrow, get this letter they want delivered, we can tell them we need some time delivering it, maybe. And then we go to Hopevale, then to Gazad, then back here, and then over to Underberg, and then up to Vander Pass, right? And then back to here, and then we get all our ducks in a row. Yeah.
I am super down for just like going and doing missions and gaining trust and renown and doing all of that. I think that is very important. We need to stop rushing in.
But-
I think this will take on everything.
I think you are right, Joe. And would we want to check out, and I hold up the card. We'd probably want to check this out too before we leave, correct?
Yes, that is good.
I think so, yes. I think, was there anything else? Did everybody get all the things that they needed as far as equipment too? Because we just went to make sure. I don't think that we're going to have availability to get any sort of more powerful things when we leave until we come back. So was everybody good? I don't know if Zane and Grimold got to, I don't remember if you guys got to go look for new equipment or
I got a +3 fucking rapier. I am solid for a while.
Yeah, don't forget to loot, baby! Loot.
Yeah, for all you people at home who want to be good D&D players, always loot the bodies.
Always.
Even if your DM says they don't have anything. Insist.
Like in Skyrim, you're in the middle of a battle. I'm looting this person now, so I don't forget. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it doesn't matter.
Still
If
attack
your
me.
other player character is dying on the ground, loot a body, don't heal.
Loot a body.
There's no. You might find a potion of healing on that body. Then there you go. Look at that. Wow.
No harm, no how.
No farm, no howl.
Yeah.
At this point, do we? At this point, do we feel that you guys have completed everything you need to at the party tonight?
Aldous is gonna go complete his quest with the senator, if you know what I mean.
And I need to go back to Deliria.
All right. So
Yeah.
Before we depart, though, I'm so sorry. I know we have done a lot of talking, but I have done a few plant growths in 11. I have spoken with Leon about this.
Yeah.
Is there other people in power in other districts that when we come back or when we have time, I could plant growth there? I did not want to go other places. I did not know people in charge. Zane, I'd like to speak with this more maybe privately, but I know your father is still in 4 and trying very hard to regain power there. The other districts I do not know much of, except for 3, of course. I know everything about 3. If you would like to relay the information, I could, make sure it's correct. But
Seeing the devastation that has been brought to District 4. I do wish to do something about this. I'm not sure it is really set up to receive plant growth. I don't know if that will be the avenue we would need to take. However, I do appreciate you seeing this and seeing how deeply it's pained me.
If there's anything we can do for your home, we will do it, yes. I hear the merchants of 4 have somewhat taken power there, and that perhaps your father is struggling against them. I will not push you to speak with him if you do not want to, but it is information you deserve to know. Yes.
Yes. I think previously I wasn't sure how much good it would do. More harm than good, if anything, I believed at the time, but now that the senator is gone, I think we have much to discuss.
Zane, I know you mentioned this before. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if you are interested in trying to see if we can maybe while we are out on our adventures find this place that Iragoria talked about, where some of the Dragonborn who were in 4 might have fled to. I don't remember if she said the location of where it was, but we could ask around and.
Hrothgrad.
Where?
Hrothgrad. It is very far south, even farther south than Romania.
Oh, okay. It was not Romania? Why is that familiar to me?
That is my village that was destroyed.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I did not have my papers out. I just saw the name and it looked familiar. I'm so sorry, Demetrius. I know this is a painful thing for you.
It is all right.
But yes, that is a good point, Joe. Yes.
I mean, a group of people who has been wronged by a city who has also a church who has wronged so many of us and who has wronged their people would probably be more than willing to ally with us. I think it is definitely worth. We don't need to do it right away, but I think I think it would be worth our time, and I feel, Zane, maybe it would be interesting to you to see more of your people in another, hopefully thriving in another place. Hrothgrad?
Hrothgrad, yes.
Sort of like High Hrothgard.
Got it. High Hrothgard.
Yes, they have rushed headlong into battle previously, and that devastated them. I don't wish to drag them into our conflict again if we are to attempt another coup. However, I would happily facilitate travel for them if they would like to move somewhere else.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, now that we know that this is not the only place, maybe there are other places that are more kind.
In the same vein, we should head to Nyberg too, right? Talk to the Lord of Plagues.
I think Underberg is our next major stop, yes. Maybe, again, we could go to Hopesvale,
yes.
over to Gazad, and then over to Underberg would be...
Definitely do Hopevale so that you can get your belt of the Frost Giant strength. Fire Giant, whatever.
Yeah, Frost Giants are puny comparatively. It's just not...
I just thought you would like Frost better than Fire, sorry.
In terms of power, yeah.
Okay, sounds like a plan, guys. I gotta go finish a deal I've been working on for a while.
Gross.
I'll be...
Gross, stop talking about it. Get away. Go. I don't want to hear about it.
I'm just making friends, okay? You talk to me about doing favors for people. I'm gonna do a favor.
Oh my gosh, get away.
But wait, Aldous, don't you want to go see the play first? It's a very long play about gangs in New Praxia.
So Aldous and Grimald separate from the rest of you who are finishing your drinks. Starting with Aldous as you go up to Lyriel. She goes,
I don't need to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No. What are you doing?
That's a lot for me.
Please don't.
Aldous goes to Lyriel, who is very into him. Grimald, you approach Deliria. All of these elven gentlemen just kind of stand down as you're approaching and kind of like separate. Just, hello, dear.
Hello.
Enjoying the party.
To a certain degree. How are you tonight?
Oh, attention from all the wrong men.
But of course.
Is there something you need?
No. I simply wanted to join you as your escort to this party. See if I could save you from all the wrong men.
She waves her hand, and they all separate. As Joe heads over to say goodbye to Leon and Elena. I've just been informed as well. So Grimald, you stay and chat with Deliria. As Joe, you head over to Leon. You have anything you want to say, or just goodbye?
Yes, yeah. So I say, looks like this was a very fruitful gathering for you, Leon. Looks like this fruit worked.
Indeed. I'm I'm hopeful. I really am.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I just wanted to say goodbye. I do not know. It's my party and I. We were just making plans. We have lots of things to do and places to go, and I do not know when we will be back in Praxia. But I wanted to say goodbye and not disappear like I was wont to do before.
Well then, goodbye. Wish you the best of luck. It's what you were always meant to do, was be out in the world and explore and adventure. Proud of you.
Oh, well. I mean, you're the one that's actually helping people. I seem to cause more harm than good, but we're trying to be better.
Elena is like, well,
I love that she hates me. I love this so much.
do your best not to die out there.
Oh, yes.
For Leon's sake.
Yes, of course.
Shouldn't leave your friend and go die. That's just rude.
She emphasized friend.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. And, yes, I mean, my party relies on me as well. I will try my best. I've gotten stronger recently. I used to, fall down a lot, and I've gotten a bit stronger. I will do my best.
And Leon's like, it's fine. It's not like, it's always them causing trouble, right? Excitement seems to follow you.
Well, I'm a very exciting person.
And at that point, all of the candles and the sconces go out in the room. Everyone's just gasps, and people are kind of, you could see like people step away from one another quickly on their guard. And the window at the table, what did you say?
Can I activate my drift globe so I can see around me, because I won't be able to see if I can't?
Well, I was about to say the window near the table with the food shatters, spilling light in from the moon.
Got it, okay.
You all hear a thump as you see silhouetted on the table a large, full plate armored man in pitch black armor. A large helmet on his head with a spined mohawk along it. Everyone's flips. You hear people screaming and just silence.
I stand in front of Leon and Alana, what's her name?
Elena.
I literally position myself to protect them.
I'll protect you, Alana.
It's Elena.
She hates me anyways.
You fat cats, sit here in my district. my city, patting yourselves on the back and reassuring that everything will be okay, promising the gold shall keep flowing and your lifestyle shall persevere. I'm here to remind you that's not true. For if the church doesn't get you first, you can be sure I will. You all see yourselves as stone idols, when in fact you are simply made of ice. And a spring thaw is coming. He snaps his fingers, and you hear screams come from the darkness. Hunting season is open, ladies and gentlemen. The light from the moon just darkens immediately. You hear everyone scream, and all of a sudden the candles and the lanterns reignite, illuminating the room once more to reveal no one on the table, no window shattered, everyone dumbstruck, and a puddle floating next to a screaming Ignacio Cordolino. And that's when we're going to take our break. So...
Only one that I liked.
No,
Fuck.
he is there. Ignacio's there.
Oh.
There's a puddle next to him.
Oh.
Don't go anywhere. We'll find out what happens next in 15 minutes. So come back 7:22. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. welcome back.
Woo! Woo!
So, Ignacio is very clearly freaked out at this point as there is a clear puddle next to him. The window shows no damage. The table is perfectly laid out, and the candles and the sconces are all lit once again. What do you do?
I look at the people because we're all the party members. Oh no, people went other ways.
Yeah.
I look at the people that are kind of around me. Who's there? Not Aldous, but other people, right?
Looking around, everyone seems to be here at the party. Roll perception check for me.
Can I do the same? Because
Sure.
I was gonna also look
I
around.
was more looking for my party members. I was gonna ask them if they knew if that was magical.
Oh, natural 20, baby. That's a 31.
Joe?
I got a 14.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely catch your party members. You see where they are. Everyone's where they should be. Sinrig, you, looking around, you notice the only one who seems to be absent from all of this is Vincent Kahn.
Yeah.
I want to run up to one of the magic users, whoever, Zane, maybe, I think might have this. Zane or, I know all this isn't there, but, so I run up to Zane, and I say, Zane, was that some sort of magic? Do you know? Is there any way that you can tell if that was some sort of magical spell that just happened?
I would presume it to be an illusion. Let me see. Where'd my? How did I lose my sheet?
You can roll an Arcana check if you'd like.
There we go. Oh, I lost my sheet for a second. Oh baby, that's a thick 25 right there.
Yeah, a very hefty illusion just occurred. Very likely, major image paired with something to set the lights out, but something of that nature for sure. This was not. He was not really here. Obviously, the window is still intact.
Trying to think how I would visualize that, like me checking the residual magic. I guess.
I think it's more just your knowledge of what just occurred and the feelings you got from that and the evidence left behind. You just are able to pick it out right away.
Yeah.
Or you're wafting the area.
Notes of illusion.
People are definitely like anxious now at this point. People are moving around. People are talking. The band has stopped at this point, unsure of whether to go on or not. People are coming up to Carny. They're like, you could hear people going like, I thought we were safe here. Blah, blah, blah. Just going off. She's like, it's fine, relax. Grimald Deliria is sitting there, arms crossed with like a smirk, and she's like, quaint. As she's watching the whole thing happen. People are around Ignacio, calming him down. He's just like you can see him touching the puddle at this point, just like shocked at what just occurred.
Can I actually rush up to him and like check out the puddle and like make sure no one else like disturbs it? So we
Sure, yeah. So you run up to him,
and then Mike. Sorry, yeah, I did.
This is a crime scene.
Literally been trying to talk this whole
I'm
time.
gonna go look at the puddle.
All right, you run up to the puddle too. Aldous and Sinrig run up to everyone. They're clearing the way. And it's just Ignacio like is getting like pulled away, and like people are like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" It's just very clearly.
Wait, just 1 second, and I'm gonna look. I don't know, investigate it, I guess.
Sure, roll an investigation check.
Or like, yeah, I want to just see what it is.
Yeah, maybe some sort of like residual magic.
You're just like, that's water.
Yeah, like I
Definitely not water.
nitty gritty 21.
Holy shit, that's your second crit in that thing.
You touch it, you feel it. You think,
Lick it?
no way. You touch it again. You taste it. It's cold water.
This is just cold water.
Can I'm gonna use my Furbolg detect magic ability and just kind of scan around.
What is that ability specifically? You can just detect magic, or
Racial traits. I can cast detect magic once per short rest.
okay. Let me check that.
It's a racial trait for Bulg magic from Volo's guide.
Yep. No, I'm checking the spell.
Says you need a material component of a magnifying glass.
Not for the racial ability. I can just cast it.
I will say this. I'm not entirely sure if this is legit, but I will allow it. There is a very faint, fading aura around the water, as if the magic is leaving it.
Aldous, you seem from your face you notice the fading aura around this, yes?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, you are clearly the better spellcaster here. I want to, just checking.
yeah.
I'm picking up on what you are giving out,
I'm the best, yeah.
I like lean in and go, what kind of water is it?
What kind of magic was it, though?
The detect magic says I can tell the school of magic. Do I get that, or?
Yes. Let me double check really quick. It's illusion is fading.
Aldous, you looked. I looked at you, and it seemed like you saw an illusion. Yes.
Yes, that is what I was thinking too. I'm glad we are on the same page.
I didn't know. I saw you, and it was like, oh, he saw an illusion. Yeah.
At this point, as you guys are talking, you hear just shouting from Carny! And everyone like kind of turns. Kinna is standing at the top of the steps. She goes, "We have a breach!" And she goes, and Carny's like, no fucking shit, Kinna. And she goes, "What? The guard is coming." And at that point, you hear a thunk as someone hits her in the back of the head. And you see these guards step up into the room. People are livid now at this point. Everyone moving away from the stairs.
Charge at the guards, yeah?
What do the guards look like? I'm sorry, Joe.
They're wearing regular guard armor. They aren't Inquisitor looking at all. And
Go towards, we should move towards the front.
As they're stepping in, you hear one of them, the one that hit Kinna, is just like, "All right, nobody move. We don't want everyone. I've got a list. You surrender them. I don't care about the rest. Under arrest, we have Carny Troskell, Deliria Cortesana, Lirio Corona, Ignacio Cortellino, Lycan Graham, Lena Conchero, Briar. Send them forward, and we are out."
Can I make contact with Joe?
Okay.
You guys were standing next to each other.
Yeah. I am Carny Troskell.
Oh no! I was gonna see if they're actually guards. Can I do like is it insight or I want to see if these people are fucking
Roll a
like,
perception check.
I'd like
roll a deception check. Grimold.
I'd like to aid in Joe's
Sounds good.
I'm not trying to decept. I'm trying to make a point. If that helps.
Okay, I got you.
I'm Spartacus.
Then roll a persuasion check in that case to see if you get everyone in on it.
I do like Grimold's way of doing this, though. An enemy comes forward. What are they wearing?
Joe, what did you get?
21.
They are the guard. They are definitely them.
Okay.
This isn't.
And I'm gonna kind of like look at Sinrig and be like, I think we may want to like let this happen. These are the actual guards.
There haven't
What are
been
the
guards
charges?
here. What? Yes, there haven't been guards in this city. What guards are there?
Carny, what did you get on your persuasion?
Oh, a 9.
A 9. People are like, "Yeah, she's over there." Carny stands up. "I think you know that regardless of who you're taking, you ain't taking me."
I'm going. Can I turn to Deliria and how would you like to play this? Because, of course, you have my protection for the evening.
We'll play it like this. She steps forward. I think you all should leave and not come back. He turns to her.
She's very scary.
Won't work. Witch. He is in our heads now. And at this point, you could see her eyes kind of glaze over as Deliria collapses.
Oh no.
Oh, shit, no. Ben, do we have her weapons and all?
No.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
you they didn't ask you to surrender your weapons. You do have your weapons,
have
just not your
teleport.
armor.
Yeah, we gotta fight this guard, right?
As
I have-
there's
I
a
have
bunch
a
of them behind him too, and you can see he's like, clearly this is gonna be trouble. Call in the hounds, and he whispers to someone behind him, like, hounds, whistles, and you hear, as all of a sudden from under their feet you see a group of brains on 4 legs just crawling through under their feet, running for everyone. What are you gonna do?
Go.
Roll for initiative?
Let's fucking go! Yeah!
Roll for initiative.
All this
Fucking brain dogs. I'm sorry. No.
This is gonna start initiative.
Yeah, Joe takes her
wait,
quirt
wait.
that she was using as a cane this whole time, swings it around and takes like a stance, and she's fucking ready to whop.
Nice.
All I'm picturing is head grabs.
Yep, that was.
Oh,
It's
Mark.
fucking us from Baldur's Gate.
Whop them in the brains. Whop them in the brains.
All right, everyone. So go ahead and roll for initiative as I change up the music.
Did you say whop 'em in the brains?
Whop them in the brains. Whop them in the brains. Yes.
There's some hounds in this house. There's some hounds in this house.
Oh, if anybody was gonna make a reference like that, I did not expect it to be. Hey, that's 5 gold for you guys.
Oh, yes. Rolling real dice, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.
Not good for me.
That looks good here. Let's play.
Oh, we're in the pub.
No, I'm gonna move that in a second.
Guards and brains versus Los Caballeros.
I think you meant versus.
Which, honestly, Los Caballeros is perfect. We're keeping it, guys. There's no.
Los Caballeros and
In
Ciertos.
circles,
But
yeah.
like,
Brains versus Los Caballeros. Epic rap battles of history.
oh,
What is happening?
It's epic rap battles of history.
it's 2016 again.
Yeah.
What?
That was
We-
way earlier than that, I think.
It was like when we were in high school. We time
It was
traveled
way
10 years
earlier.
ago. Sorry.
People just kept it going until 2016.
My bad, guys. I'm
2006?
sorry. Time does not exist anymore for me.
All right, so I'm going to move you over here. I need you guys to arrange yourselves back, like in toward the back of the area, as I put the guards up.
Put 'em up.
When you say back, do you mean bottom of the screen, right?
Bottom
of
of
the
the
screen?
screen.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you put? I was by Sinrig, and we kind of said that we were starting to move forward, right, Sinrig? So I feel like Sinrig and Joe would be towards the front. Oh, no blue man, no Aunties.
Sorry,
No.
let me give them.
Yeah, that's because you're doing a favor.
No, I got called back. I was investigating the water. Where was the water puddle?
It's over on the bottom side of this table here.
Dude,
I was right next to that.
And my question would be, where was Deliria before she started stepping forward?
Give me 1 sec. Just
Because I would have been right next to wherever she was.
I think he's putting guards up, and then I think he'll help her.
look at the size of this pie compared to the size of that loot. Is that a tiny loot or a giant pie?
Oh, that's
Giant pie for sure.
Sorry for trying really hard.
I like it. It's a fancy party.
I'd
Fancy-
rather have a giant pie, honestly.
Yeah. Ben, you don't have to apologize for anything. If my fantasy world exists, it's got giant pies in it, so.
Let's also spread out a little bit, maybe.
Wait, Mark, where's the loot?
Up by the piano.
Like maybe just over here.
Wait, did we finally find the loot in this campaign?
Yes, we finally got loot.
We haven't found a water clock yet, right?
No. Oh,
That's a
that's
fucking
been a
shame.
while.
By this point, we should have like 50 water clocks.
I don't understand. Why do we need water clocks?
Because that's the only currency that actually exists.
We did.
So
You
all
were-
of our
wasn't
gold
that
has to be
NOS?
converted into water clocks.
Yeah, water clocks are like 100 electrum.
Weren't you in that campaign where we just
No.
kept rolling water clocks and
That
our like
was
random loot?
That
It
was
a random
before.
loot table, yeah, and we just got water clocks.
That's fucking great.
Like it just kept happening. It was a random loot thing.
No, water clocks weigh like 100 pounds.
Yeah, they were super heavy but worth a lot. So it was like, what the fuck? I think that was Don John's loot list, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right.
Turns out Don John actually has an Etsy where he makes water clocks,
I'd buy one.
and this was actually just a way of viral marketing.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
You have to respect entrepreneurship.
Well, water clock is a water
You
clock is
nailed
an
it.
item in the player's handbook, so it's just all about like, you know.
And Don John was going to capitalize on that.
All right, let's go ahead and change the scene over to the battle map for our viewers, and we're gonna get initiative. Varus, what'd you get?
That's going to be an 18 from me, big dog.
18. Oh, who wants to go ahead and take
Hey,
Dozer really quick?
I can't control myself.
Oh, 1 sec, I'll fix that.
Who's most experienced with playing Dozer?
I can play a fighter, but I haven't played Dozer before, so.
Mike,
Yeah.
big dog, you want to take that one?
I think I took over him last time. I don't have
Yeah.
his.
I'm
Here.
sending it now.
Should be able to access it on D&D Beyond.
It's in Messenger.
Thank you.
Our cat's snoring so loud right now.
Oh,
She's like,
All right, sorry about that. So Varus got an 18. Sinrig, what'd you get?
12.
Demetrius,
20.
Grimald,
17.
17. Aldous,
Aldous got a 4.
Zane,
18.
and Joe.
23.
I was going to say,
And
without that
Dozer.
armor, I'm actually really quick.
Dozer got a 15.
All right, thank you.
Dozer's gonna appropriately use the shiny metal dice, and I'm gonna use the blue dice.
Aw.
All right.
Like what you did
So really quick, I gotta make sure Zane has access to who he is. There you go, Zane. You do now. Grimald, to answer your question, Deliria was basically about over here. Dozer. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys that when I said there was, I forgot when I was making this map that I told you guys there was a bar. So just pretend it's over here by the fireplace.
Great.
Sinrig, you were by the puddle. Joe, you were by the puddle.
Oh, but I started moving forward.
Sorry?
She said she started moving forward with.
Yeah, me and Joe had started moving
That's right, I
forward,
remember.
but that's up to you. Yeah, okay.
Okay, and
Oh,
then
like-
Zane, are you there with them then? Because you were investigating the table area?
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
All right. So as these little brain-like creatures with 4 cat-like paws just come thumping through, they start climbing up above the railing, like under the railing of the stairs, like as they're climbing through. You can see these guards just standing back, weapons drawn, but like arms crossed. They're just like, these things will take the trick. Joe is up, enemy on deck, enemy in the hole. Joe.
Okay, so I'm going to say right before I start running forward, I've got I get my quarterstaff and I swing it around. I say, all right, I'm gonna go up and hit it, but somebody tell me what the fuck I'm going after.
Just be careful. They will try to take over your mind.
Okay, that's not a new trick. So I'm gonna move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna attack this boy right here.
Go for it.
I feel like Aldous, knowing what he's facing down in the darkened depths, has done a little bit of research. That's the only reason I say that.
15.
I'll allow it. A 15 hits it.
28.
28 hits it.
Okay. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows, so I'll roll 2 more and then I'll give you, I'll do all the damage. 16.
16 damage, or 16 attack hits.
Yeah. And then 23.
Hits.
Okay. So Joe like runs up and she has her quarterstaff and she kind of is like circling it around her hand, and as she kind of like, I like the idea that she like knee slides up and like flops at its like paws that it's crawling on. She gets 1 leg, 2 leg, and then she like stands up and like whacks it over and then elbow with the last one.
All right.
So let me roll that damage. Oh, I should do it on my thing. 7 for the first one.
Okay.
12 for the second one.
Okay. He is bloodied after that second hit.
And then 5 for the third one.
And with that third one, so you hit it with your quarterstaff twice. Bring your foot down on it, squashing it as it is dead.
Oh, okay. Then I still have 1 more attack.
You technically just overkill it, so you stomp onto it one more time.
Fine. I used flurry of blows though, so I can up my movement by 10. So I'm gonna move away, knowing that people are probably gonna load shit into it. So I moved. What was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm gonna go 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and I'm gonna go there.
All right.
Thank God.
Okay.
I've learned.
Enemy up, enemy on deck. Demetrius in the hole as the little brain creature is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You hear it coming up, and in your head, Joe, as it's approaching, you hear as it's coming up, just like the distinct desire to feed.
Eat. And I'm like, nah, dude, nah.
Eeples and baninis.
Eeples and baninis. Eeples and bananas.
So with that being said, it's gonna go ahead and slash at you first.
Okay.
With a crit fail.
All right, that doesn't hit.
As it goes to like slash at your shin, you see it like slips on some like spilled wine, and just and as it does, it screeches out into your head. And I need you to roll an intelligence save for me, please.
Oh no! Why an intelligence save?
Uh-oh.
No! I would thought it would have been a wisdom save.
Me too. What I'm about to do might not work.
Yeah, nope, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be a 4.
A 4? You're going to go ahead and take 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh god, I forgot my dice. Give me 1 sec.
Didn't think there'd be combat.
The DM forgot his dice?
It was
so
right
happy
behind
that-
me.
Wow. That's just one of those things you never quite expect.
Is your intelligence score 10?
My intelligence score is 10.
At this point, your intelligence score is reduced to 0 as you all watch Joe just stun out. She is gone. And that will end its turn.
That means I hit the orb of confusion.
I gotta double check what a 0 intelligence score means again.
I thought a 0 in any score meant you were dead.
We're dead.
It just means you are stunned until you regain any intelligence. So, you are stunned right now. You cannot move. You can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dex saves, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Okay.
Guard is up. He is content with the situation. Demetrius is up. Enemy on deck. Varus in the hole. Demetrius.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Furball.
Oh boy. Touch, okay. Alright. What is this action? God damn it. well.
I just heard something disconnect in my computer.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I run up to Joe and I'm going to use the necklace of prayer beads, and I cast Greater Restoration on Joe.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That sucks.
I mean, it doesn't. It's just once per day he gets it, so it's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not the same as the guy who
Oh,
wanted
God.
to be.
Okay.
So he's not summoning that dude.
I thought that was a one and done. I was like, no, that's such a
All right, you run up to her, grab one hand on your prayer bead, and put your hand on her back, and you suddenly feel all of your intelligence come rushing back, Joe, as you are back at 10, and
Hey, wake up!
you guys can hear in your heads, not happy, not happy, not happy, not happy. Just this feeling. It's not really the words. It's just a feeling of not happy.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Anything else, Demetrius?
That is about... Wait, okay, where was I? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess I'll go 30 and take a step back.
All right. Next up, enemy is up. Varus on deck. Zane is in the hole. He's gonna go...
Coming through. Am I here? Yeah.
You're on deck, Varus.
Yeah.
Here you go. I hear
All
you
right.
now.
What's he going to go for? I think he'll just... Dozer hasn't really attacked him yet, so hasn't presented himself as a threat just because he's too close. I don't want to pick on Dozer when he's not feeling well today. 10, 15, 20.
Pick on me, baby.
All right, fine, fuck it. I'll trust you. Roll well for him. So you're 5, 10, 15, 20.
You do remember the numerous times he said I'm not smart, right? Like, he just hits things with sword. Like,
It runs up to Dozer, whose sword is drawn, I would assume, and it's gonna go ahead. I need Dozer to make an intelligence save for me, please.
16.
Not bad.
All right, he hears this screech in his head, but he manages to shake himself through it. The creature, in frustration, is going to slash at him with a awful roll. That's 6, so nothing, and that will end its turn. Varus is up. Zane on deck. Grimald in the hole. Varus.
Do it.
I don't want to be a one-trick pony, though.
Do it.
It's worth also noting a fireball will destroy this place.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, her sister did destroy your...
Yeah, we can fix that later.
It's up to you.
I'm not that petty, though.
Someone has mending, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's
not.
That's not how that works.
I jump up onto the table, and I'm going to cast a very, very under control firebolt.
Firebolt?
Yes.
All right, at which one?
Well, the spell just goes up with my...
No, which creature?
Oh, duh. Okay. This one over here.
All right, roll it.
Rolling. That's gonna be a 14.
A 14 will hit it.
Oh, good. 11 damage.
Oh, that's cool. I see it pop up. That's nice.
Yeah, like up.
Yeah, that's the new thing now.
11 damage to the creature. That's number 4. All right, and the firebolt blasts the creature, knocking it back. You see blood just kind of spray across the ground. It jumps back up on its feet. Anything else?
I'm I'm going to levitate 5 feet off the table if I can. Is the ceiling high enough?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right, you are 5 feet up right now, and put the flying condition on you. There we go. All right. Zane is up. Grimald on deck. Enemy in the hole. Zane.
AOE.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what's the range on this? Ow. Where'd you go?
What spell? Help me help you.
Help you. Help me.
It was my new spell. I forgot to prepare it. Okay. Its range is 60 feet. Oh, that'll do just.
What spell are you casting?
Where's the ruler?
Secret, apparently.
You'll never know.
I just want to look it up so I know I'm prepared.
Nope, you don't get it.
Is there a way? Can you, in this roll 20, can you like pull up shapes? That'd be a cool feature.
You can draw shapes. Buddy, what's the spell, man? Just tell me.
Fine. It's Cone of Cold.
Okay. Thank you.
Why do we always pick the same spells? We gotta talk. No.
Well,
it's a badass spell.
So you know what? It's a self, and the cone is 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out a range spot to. So I can go basically right in front of the table. Perfect. Oops. So I will take a few steps over here.
All right.
I did want to talk to Aldous now that you're back in the party, but we just haven't had a chance. We've been moving pretty much nonstop.
I was just kidding.
I like Zane
Yeah.
casually saying this as he's walking over. He's like, I did want to have a talk with you as we were doing. But anyway.
All the
So-
problems, his hand just unfreezes and he puts his head down.
5, 10, 15,
You just become part of the puddle.
25.
The awkward puddle. I'm like,
30.
I just turned into Alex Mack.
Looks like I have an opportunity sooner than I thought to try out my new spell.
Yeah! Do it, baby.
Do
it. Make it work, baby.
I kind of
You get all of them.
want to like put my hands in like a cone shape over my snout, and then just like, blah.
Love it.
What's your one-liner?
And you.
I already said my one-liner.
That was it?
I loved it. I loved it.
Thanks, Mitch.
And he goes,
Go ahead and roll your damage while I roll these saves.
I was expecting like a pun or a chill out or stay cool or something, you know?
I feel like we've already used all of those.
Please.
I appreciate you trying to keep it fresh.
That was really satisfying watching all those dice roll around the screen.
Ooh, buddy.
And my staff gives me +1, and my book gives me +1, so that's 40.
You told me not. You told us not.
Unless
to-
that's factored in, I don't know. Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, dude, I'm just fucking around. You're doing a turn.
I thought your staff just gave you +1 for thunder damage.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well,
No, the grimoire. Don't you have the grimoire that I got?
Well, yeah, that's a +1, but I thought the staff was.
it's a +1 staff, and then it also has the +1 for.
Oh well.
The +1, I think that +1 staff is just for melee damage. But sorry if that
Okay.
wasn't clear.
I didn't know how +1 weapons.
Like if you have a +1, like example, if you have a +1 arrow and a +1 bow, those wouldn't stack anyway. It's like you just or a +1 arrow and a +2 bow, like you get the +2. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that case, that's for melee. Your grimoire is for because you're technically casting from the book. It's the
book.
thunder
Okay.
damage is. It's just another thing. Okay, but anyway, yes.
Makes sense.
So
just the +1 then.
yes, so 39 altogether then.
Just that one bonus then.
I need to roll 6 con saves for the brains. So here we go. 15.
Boop. Blurp, blurp. I went to my equipment. I lost the spell.
Is one of the guards getting hit too?
All of
15
them are.
matches.
Oh,
Defender wins, right?
Yeah, he succeeds.
Okay.
It's equal to or greater than. All right, so 15 is a success. Second one was a fail. Third one's a fail. Fourth one's a fail. Fifth one is a success. It's a 18. And did I say sixth one?
You said fifth.
Yep. Okay. So sixth one is a fail. So 1 and 8 succeeded. They're gonna take half damage, I believe. Correct? Or is it a save or die?
Save or die, motherfucker.
Oh no, it is half as much on a successful one. Okay.
Yeah.
that's his one-liner.
Save or die.
So 19 damage to 1 and 8.
Nice. Ding 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 ding.
You just
And the rest of them. 9, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 9. And then the guards. I got 5 con saves coming. That's 10, 8, 17. So that's a success for number 3. 4 and 19. A success for number 5. Oh, it doesn't matter. They're weak. Hi. Hi, come here. You came out all on your own? Sorry, one sec.
Bud!
Hi, Garrus.
Oh, what a boy.
He has to go potty, I think. But that's
What
good.
a fluffy bud.
Sorry about that. So, I got so excited. I was like, because I've been loud in here, so that means he's like comfortable with me. Anyway, okay. So, you all watch as Zane walks up and covers the snow. This cone of ice coats along the ground, blowing across this table, ripping through the intellect devourers and the guards. The guards like flinch to like move, but all freeze in place, and the intellect devourers all freeze for a moment and then just quickly break apart. The guards are like begin to fall over. You see them shattering. Yeah, you devastating.
Holy
Fucking
shit,
devastating.
Zane, we have to talk after this. What the fuck?
The final two, the final two that were in that cone are very, very, like, you could see the ice has like made their brain tissue raw and it's like bleeding at this point.
He just kind of shakes his hands off and like blows on them to warm them up. He's like, well, that was good.
You just killed those men. They had wives and families.
Grimald is up.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Grimald is up. Dozer on deck. Senrig in the hole. Grimald.
Grimald will start walking forward, pulling his pistol out. Well, Zane, you seem to have done most of it. I guess I can try to mop this up. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll stop there. And as I'm walking up, I'm going to fire a shot off against this guy up here. That's a crit.
All right, hits, obviously.
17 damage.
The creature just goes fucking flying.
Okay. Well, then I'll take another step forward while loading the pistol because that happens quick enough. And then a 23 on the other guy.
Hits.
That's 10 damage.
Another one. Gone.
And then I will take couple of steps over, and while stepping over, just draw the rapier with my other hand and stab the guy from behind in front of Dozer with a that's an 18.
An 18 hits.
Okay. And 11 damage.
11 more damage. Sorry, I gotta stop for a second. 11 damage.
If it wasn't for the flanking, that would have been a crit failure.
Oh, look at the boy.
Brains are no fucking match for Los Caballeros Incir.
He is bloodied as you.
Notos?
Inciertos.
Here.
He is bloodied as you stab him. And that will end your turn as you pop 2 of them with no issue whatsoever. The last one running up behind it, stabbing it in the back and watching his blood spurts out from as you hit an artery. That will end your turn. It is sorry, it's so distracted. Dozer is up, Cindric is on deck, enemy in the hole. Dozer.
I rolled two rolls. They're higher than 16, both.
They both hit.
Good. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
9 plus 6 is 15, and then 4 plus 6, 10. So 25 damage.
You obliterated.
Gone as he brings his greatsword up, brings it down, slicing it in half on the first hit, but bringing it back up again anyway to shatter it, taking the attack on his intelligence as a personal effect. That will end Dozer's turn.
Wait, hold on. No, it won't.
Oh.
On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon to reduce the creature to 0 HP, you can make one melee weapon. Never mind.
All right.
Gonna
My baby.
No, Dozer goes over to I can't move Dozer, but he goes over to Zane and just starts polishing his shoe. Like those soccer players, and they make a really good goal.
Oh, of course, because Zane owns Dozer. Got it. All right. Cindric is up. Altus on deck, and Joe in the hole. Cindric?
Right. I can 35 movement to here. I'll have Cinna move 5, 10, and then charge and pounce. Oh no, wait. Sorry. It was here and then pounce at this one with advantage.
Go for it.
And that will be D20. So 18 and then. Okay, so 18 plus 4, I believe, is a 22.
A 22 will hit.
Okay, make a strength saving throw for me, please.
All right, I'll do my best. I'm sorry. Did that freak you out? I only have so many hands. Okay. That's gonna be a 6.
All right, so that's gonna be 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 5, which is gonna be 8 plus 2 plus 5. So 15 slashing damage, and it is prone.
All right. It's just she runs up to it, pouncing on the fucker as it is now prone. What do you got?
And then I'm going to attack it twice.
Go for it. It is bloodied after her attack, by the way.
All right. So the first attack is with advantage though. So an 18.
An 18 will hit.
All right. That's going to be 11 slashing damage.
You bring your glaive down on the intellect devour, chopping it in half to see the intersection of the brain, killing it.
Okay. And it's dead.
And ending the combat. I expected them to have a little bit more, but that's fine. We got one intelligence down.
But it's my turn.
Sorry, Aldous.
No, it's fine.
I
actually do have something to say, though.
Go ahead.
I do too.
It's my fucking turn. All right. Hey, Aldous runs into the middle. Where's Deliria's body?
She's behind Grimald, and she's starting to stir now at this point. She's holding her head.
Aldous uses his whole movement to get over there.
Okay.
And then he's going to tell everybody, over here, quickly. He moves there and starts casting teleportation circles.
All right, that's I believe 8 plus you, right?
No, it's anybody.
Oh,
Anybody-
that's right. It opens a portal. That's
Granted,
right.
It takes a minute. So
All right, so you begin drawing her symbol along the ground as
Al just runs over and like throws the rug out of the way. He like pushes the chair up against the wall.
and more than just your party is taking note here. Everyone begins to run over and just is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. You begin scrawling it, and you can see Deliria at a certain point kind of gets up and helps correct some hastily written markings. Finally, you have it together. Clap your hands together, and a portal appears for 6 seconds to begin pushing everyone through. They all begin running forward, and soon enough, one after another, after another, after another, you all arrive in the back of Deliria's shop.
I don't think we can all fit.
When you run out into the. Regardless, Pete, you guys make it. It's all right. So.
I want to, after like walking through the portal, I just want to go up to Zane and be like, dude, I like went up to that guy and thought that like I did like a thing, and then you were like, oh Joe, you got one guy, I got all the guys. Holy shit, that was awesome.
What the hell were those things?
Oh, they were minions. Minions of a great darkness. We may be in worse trouble than I thought. From what I know, and I don't know much, they are not the things that were down in the darkened depths that Sargathel was running from. They're associated with these creatures.
It's interesting to me that the guy in all of the black suit shows up, disappears, and then they also showed up.
And Vincent
And that guy threatened everybody. And then the person came in and tried to arrest everybody. Seems like he might be working with them.
Did anybody check the bodies in the minute I was casting my spell?
No.
You guys, come
You
on.
literally
you guys.
said everybody over here.
I said I had a minute. Took a minute to write this thing, and none of you went and got anything from their pockets.
I was too busy complimenting Zane. That
Oh
was a
my
really
God.
Ben said they all shattered anyway, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there was stuff on them still, but you guys ran out of there pretty quickly.
What did you want? Maybe like from the way that we killed them, we can try and glean some information.
Or maybe they had something on them about like who was hiring them, or who owned them, or who sent them, or any information that we could have used.
You literally yelled at us to come over there, and so we did.
Listen, okay? You're your own people, all right? I just expected one of you to go look in the pockets of something.
Nah, dude.
Well, go back and look in the pockets then. That's what I'm telling you to do now. You gonna do it?
I have to run to District 10 right now?
It's not that hard. We're close.
No, we're
You're
not.
fast. You're so fast.
We're not that close.
Oh my gosh.
At this, I should also mention, by the way, that everyone, that like all these, you guys are still in the back. Did you see the paw? He doesn't like when I don't have both hands on him. You all of the people that you had rescued, they all kind of went to the front of the shop while you guys are still talking in the back, I should say. Just so you know, okay?
Sorry, but like,
That's fine. You are the one I should talk to, Deliria. You said you know.
Yeah.
They said he is in our minds. Who did they mean?
Did you want to go? You went to talk to Deliria, you meant?
No, she's still in here?
No, she went up front with everyone, too.
Oh, then
They're all talking up front right now.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm gonna
we'll
grab
go
her.
up front then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deliria is the one who seemed to know something about these, so.
yeah, go get her.
I'm going.
You all head up front to see like everyone kind of like yelling at Carny right now. They're like you've showed us that they wouldn't be coming out. What does that even mean? It's like I'm sorry, you gotta go. You're distracting me. I love you so much. Go right there. You stay right there. He's gonna come back. So you assured us that they would not find us. You assured us they weren't even going to come out of District 1. This is Ignacio at this point. He goes, You've led us into the trap. As far as I'm concerned, you're in as much of a league as them as the rest of us. Because at this point, you realize they're all kind of accusing each other in here. Everyone's saying, well, your connections to District 1. Oh, your connections. At this point, Carny's like, Me? Your District 1 girl is right here, and gods know how much she wants to get back into their good graces.
Aldous is gonna use Gust to slam, just to make this giant, huge, wind burst, out the doorways and slam them shut.
Okay.
Slam the shutters and stuff.
Okay.
Now listen to me, all of you. I personally questioned you. My friends personally questioned you. I was civil. I was an ambassador, as I should be. And I asked you all information about one. And now I'm finding that you know these things exist. And you said, you said they wouldn't come out. We told you, we asked, what's going on there? And you said, we don't know, nothing. I don't know, nothing. That's all I heard from all of you all night. And now you're telling me you knew these things existed. You knew they were here. And you told us nothing.
Delirious.
Why were we invited to this party in the first place? Just to do favors for you?
Delirious speaks up. She goes, I think we need to be a little clearer. As far as I know, no one was aware of the kind of alliances one has now made. I think what our good friend Ignacio here was referring to is the gods themselves.
Okay, that I get. That is fine.
I think, sorry, Aldous. But I think that instead of pointing fingers at all the people who are in this room, I think we need to address the person who is not in this room. Who was at that party who is not with us here?
Are you gonna say it, or?
I mean, we all know.
No one will say it.
I assume she means Khan.
I thought you meant the bartender.
I am.
We left the bartender?
You left quite a few people still. Like, Kenna was unconscious. There's a few people who didn't want to come with, a few nameless people, but all the important ones were like, teleportation circle? Yes, please. Nama teleported herself out, I should say. What are you doing? So they, with that being said, Nama is not there at the moment, and, of course, Khan. And Ignacio speaks up at this point. What are you saying? I watched him melt.
That was an illusion, sir. We sensed illusion magic around that bottle.
I talked to him. I hugged him. He was no illusion. He was a person.
Then maybe the bottle was an illusion and he is invisible somewhere.
I think the fact still remains. Instead of pointing fingers at the people in this room, that man came in a whirl, made a big entrance, and then vanished. And then, conveniently, guards showed up. After there was somebody in a black suit of armor threatening all of you. That doesn't strike anybody as interesting.
One way or another, regardless of what you think, there is one thing I know for certain, and it is that Vincent Khan would not work with those people.
Ooh, the guards or those brain dogs?
Both, for that matter.
What are the brain dogs allied with then? I know some about them, but do you know more?
Delirious says, "It's time someone in this city had the guts to say it. Illithid." And they all are very clearly shaken by that. Carny is like, "Shut your mouth." It's time to admit that they are on the horizon. You all have heard as much as I have. I know the Senate was briefed on it, often, by various sages, seers, clairvoyants. They all saw a greater cataclysm coming, and you all ignored it for years, thinking the worst had come, thinking they could be wrong.
Ah, well. Yeah, they're definitely coming, right, Aldous? How about you tell these people what you've seen?
I don't believe they deserve to know.
Don't we kind of need their help eventually?
Yeah, but what am I mean, why don't I just hold this information for better use later, right? It's like good to have it. Oh my god, do I have to be friends with everyone? Fine, I'll be friends. They are not only knocking on the door of this plane, they are also threatening the water plane where I'm from. It seems they are going to make a move on more than one plane, which is, from what I know of them, not good. I came back here to help with the aim of perhaps forming several alliances to then move back to the water plane and stage a fight there to protect this material plane as we Tritons have done for millennia. Unfortunately, it seems they have slipped past us already, and they are here now.
Can I?
Lena Conchero is laughing in the corner, still drunk, clearly. Oh, Deliria. I'm going to say the same thing I said to every crazy person who wished to show up and speak to us. There are no such thing as illithid empires any longer. Sure, you'll find a few, hiding in caves or ruins or dejected. But a full raiding party. Ridiculous.
There was something I wanted to do when Aldous was speaking. Is there a way to, like, as he's speaking, look around and, like, gauge people's reactions to see if any, like...
Roll an insight check.
16.
A 16. You look around the room. Let's go down the list here, and I'll give you a little bit of what 16 says. Lena is drunk, and that's about all you can get out of her. Carny is annoyed, exasperated, excuse me, and has tuned out now at this point, worried that this is all a bit over her, you can tell. Deliria is pissed. Hildegard has also tuned out at this point, clearly not really caring, as has Lyriel. Ignacio is listening intently, though difficult to read. Lycan is crying. Briar also listening intently, also difficult to read. Leon and Elena are near the door.
There was one that was also listening intently besides Ignacio. Who was that?
Briar is.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so it makes sense that Carny and Hilda would be tuned out because this is definitely, like, beyond them. Okay. Okay. All right, yeah, doesn't seem anybody in this room is...
As far as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw that with your own eyes. What is her name?
Lena?
You're drunk, but you saw those brain dogs with your own eyes.
I also saw a window shatter, and when the lights came back on, the window didn't shatter. It was fixed. I don't know what to believe anymore. My eyes cannot be trusted, clearly. As certain magicians here, I am speaking. Listen to me, you little sewer rat. I am above this, and above you, certainly. So you will not interrupt me when I speak to you. Clearly, the magicians that are here to protect us are only good at jumping in when battle is involved, and not good at letting us see with our own eyes, not good at dispelling are illusions that try to deceive us. It is the same old shit. People always willing to jump into a fight, but not pull the veil away so we could see the truth. More willing to go into combat than find answers. Now you may speak.
I was going to say, if your eyes cannot be trusted, perhaps your mouth shouldn't be either.
No, though I will say, Aldous, the drunkard has a point. Why were the guards in 10 working with the illithid? The church I understand, but the guards of 10 confuse me.
There are no.
Sorry.
Sorry. There are no guards of 10 anymore, dear Deliria. They have pulled back to District 1. All of them. 10 and 11, above all, have been largely under-policed in the last month or so. It's why crime is so low, murder so low. Carny, for all her faults, has done a fantastic job at keeping order in 10 and 11.
Well, we have our answer of who the church is now worshipping.
A bunch of people groan at that. Now they're worshipping illithids.
I think everyone should probably head to their homes and get some rest.
I largely disagree. I believe...
Who's speaking? Sorry.
Deliria, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I believe that we should all head for cover. They clearly want us, and there's not a very clear reason why. I think it's time we scatter to the wind.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, that's great. Don't stay together. Go your separate ways. Do what you need to do, but yeah, we should not all stay here.
Leon at this point is like, that sounds like a fantastic idea. They didn't even say my name. And I, at this point, hope you understand that it is probably best if I am not associated with you until this is cleared up. Ignacio, I will be canceling my meeting until later. I'll have someone reach out. Elena, let's go. And they leave.
All this is gonna... Does Deliria like trying to pack up shit?
She's starting to, yeah, you could see she's...
Definitely should.
She's like waving her hand and stuff just begins to float.
We need to talk to her about how we can.
Yeah, listen, if you are vacating this spot, are you taking the TP circle with you?
Yes, dear. You can use it and you can find me. I'll just fold it up.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
It's best if you don't look at it. It tends to fry the brains of some lower creatures, as you said.
So where is it going to take me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
To my home.
Oh, great. Okay, then you don't have to say that out loud right now. I know there are a lot of people here. So.
Which will be accessible, which will have access to New Praxia, if need be.
Okay, great. That is what I needed to know. And I just also... Do you know anything else that you don't want to tell these people? Your suspicions are usually quite on point, and I respect your knowledge.
She kind of like sits down, and you can see she wants to say more, but people are still like talking and like clearing out. They're just slowly making their way out at this point. Does anyone have anyone else they'd like to catch and speak with before they do?
No, I'll just go stand in the street and like keep an eye out as people are like dispersing to make sure that nobody's being followed directly. Because I know we're in 5, and so we're away from what just happened, but we are also so close to 1.
So you head out and kind of watch as people start to disperse. Once everyone's out, and once everyone's out of eyesight, Joe, you come back in, locking the door. Delirious request. Here's the situation. You may have noticed that I am not a usual woman. I am, for lack of a better term, of universal origin. A person, being, created before this universe was. An eldritch one, if you would. In all of our lives, we've never encountered anything that could stand up to us. As such, it's always been a rule to never interfere. Until the Illithid came along from another universe, another plane of existence. As we watched them sweep across planes and materials, we realized we needed to step in. For while existence is none of our concern, fairness is. There is only one problem. We had no power over them. No control. In fact, the opposite. We were at their mercy. We believe that they were created as a natural antithesis to all creation. That they were like us, but not, if you will, off of our plane of existence just a little bit, to have just enough control. If it weren't for their slaves, the Illithid would have taken over the entire multiverse and have done it well. At the end of the day, it was humans, the creatures you now know as Githyanki, if you know them. They were the ones who were able to defeat them. Not all of us believe so, though. There's some of us who believe that they still can best them, and they are out there, preparing, manipulating, changing the rules and the balance of power one after another. I fear that one has done similar things to our plane around us. He goes by the name of Mosmosagrin.
Ah.
He is an Githyanki?
He is not. He is like me. Another eldritch one. Beyond the confines of time and space. But a prisoner to the Illithid. He acts in fear while I act in wisdom. You have to know that one way or another, he would see this entire reality burn if it meant destroying the Illithid. That is truly all I have.
Well, that is way, way more than I did.
Hold on.
I suppose.
Sorry.
I thought you were out in the street.
No, I came in and locked the
Just
door.
fine.
Deliria. This name, I do not know nearly as much as you do, but this name, Mosmosagrin. You may not want to call him a friend, but Zook has been having dreams through the eyes of this Mosmosagrin. And his son has been taken, his brain, his mind has been taken from him. And he has been seeing and drawing things that are not his own visions. Do you know anything about why this would be happening to Zook? Why would he be receiving visions and dreams and meetings, right? He had a meeting with Masmosa Green. Right? You guys remember? He told us about it, right? Yeah? Okay. I thought I was trying to remember quickly. Why? Do you know anything about this? Why would this be happening?
I could never guess what Masmosa Grin's motives or actions would be. But I could almost guarantee it isn't personal. It is all moving pieces across a board for that creature.
My other question for you is, at this point, do you still want us to go look at the city to find out what's going on over there? Or is that kind of gone by the wayside now?
There's nothing you can do here at the moment. Unless you are willing to march on District 1 right now and attack, I assume, Bellinor, who is at the top of the tower.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can handle that right now.
The best offense is a good defense. Gain power, experience, knowledge, tools. We're fighting a war on two fronts. Nothing is going to be solved by running headfirst into a battle. But you can rest assured you have me as an ally. To an extent.
Appreciate you.
No, that was like our quest log. It was like dun dun dun. One ally gained.
Good thing we didn't burn this bridge permanently.
That is good to know, and also you have us to rely on as well.
Were you asking about the quest?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, yes,
No.
it doesn't even matter.
Oh.
She's like, yes.
Okay, got it.
She's basically
What?
saying, yes, we should do all that.
What is your thoughts on Khan and his involvement tonight?
A silly man, isn't he? I expect he is not actually melted into a puddle of water. Though I do not know what his motives are either. For though he is not an eldritch one, he certainly plots like one. It's worth investigating.
We have word on his whereabouts now, potentially. It could be worth checking out sooner rather than later.
Oh yeah.
Then what are you waiting for?
Well, let's go ask him.
I could use some healing.
Let's go. Oh, healing.
I'm the only one that, goddamn it.
Well, that's what you get for having a higher initiative than Zane.
Otherwise, everything would have been wiped out by the time.
No, I like the idea that Joe killed one,
You went
and then Zane was like,
pretty
killed
big.
all of them. Glad I backed up.
Infantrymen, meet Oppenheimer.
What
You
it's
want to
like
do
to
the?
chew 5 gum.
That would have been a good one-liner.
Replies.
Are we going to? What did you do? Did
Colin,
you guys?
you want to do the wombo combo?
I mean, I could use my amulet. That is fine. I usually like to save that in case I'm in the middle of battle. But
I'm
I
afraid.
cast Beacon of Hope on Joe.
I just need a little bit of healing. It doesn't have to be a bunch.
Well, yeah, and then
What is Beacon of Hope? Sorry.
he's alley-ooping Varus.
Oh, okay. I see.
You're
For
gonna get the
healing
max.
word.
You're gonna get the max healing from.
Healing word is fine. Right.
So we both
he's
save
ally
spells.
ooping.
Yeah, ally ooping. I'm gonna cast.
Don't do a big one. Don't do a big one. Just like a little bit, little thing. Little
She's
spurt.
got some bruises.
Just like the Moira P a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level.
Oh my god, you don't even do that.
Okay.
That's a little bit.
The max of that is...
That's
21.
2d8. So 2d8 plus 4 is
20.
20. You get 20 health back.
Okay, I only did 10, but thank you.
He casted Beacon of Hope on her, so she was getting the max of whatever you rolled.
All right.
Yeah.
So Joe's scratch heals up, and or no, it's actually not even a scratch. It's her psychic damage heals up.
Yeah,
and-
my throbbing headache subsides.
Brain hurty.
I'm also a really good shrink, so anytime you want to talk to me, I'll just cure it. It's fine.
Do you guys want to? So you want to go investigate that address now?
I mean, he gave it
is-
to us,
it
and he
is-
disappeared.
It is very late.
Where is it at? Like, where's the address located? What district?
District 2.
District 2. Looking at it, kind of with your guys' combined knowledge of the city, it would probably take you. It's probably about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about 11 miles away, which means like 3-hour walk.
Okay, so like, well, yes, this is very important. I agree. Do we really want to go? It's the nighttime, right? Like,
It is the nighttime.
yeah, it is nighttime. I was like, I don't know what time it is, but it is nighttime. And if we go do this, I don't know how long we are going to be there. I am just concerned that not all of us will be at our full capacity in case something happens while we are there, i.e. exhaustion level. We are in 5. We have free stay at the brewery. We can rest and then go.
With the nature of this meeting, night could be to our benefit, is my only thought.
Okay, I'm just saying, we may not be if shit hits the fan, and it is getting later and later. Not all of us may be at full capacity.
I feel like shit has already hit the fan, hasn't it?
Well, yes, Okay. If I can't do the punchy and I die, it's on you guys.
Then I'll just bring you back. It's fine.
Technically, if you are super exhausted and you die and then you're brought back, you're not still exhausted, are you?
I have no idea.
It depends on the spell.
Yeah, I think
If
exhaustion would
it's,
probably still stand.
I feel like you'd be even more exhausted. Holy shit.
If it's revivify, you're fine. If it's raise dead, I think you have an exhaustion level.
That would make sense. I was like, you just fucking died, bro.
It's like going to sleep and someone waking you up right away.
Yeah, raise dead is a big penalty. You take -4 to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
So, I mean, we can go. That's fine. I'm not trying to be the naysayer. I'm looking out for all of us. That's all.
It is fine. I believe we should go now.
Okay.
It is not a long walk, and the quicker we get this done, the better. I don't know. Did he give you a time? He didn't, like, there's no meeting time on that thing?
No, it was literally just this card and words of doom.
Words of doom? What did he say?
He told me that democracy is dead. Which could have been naysaying, it could have been a password. I don't know.
Or it could have been him saying, hey, I'm gonna kill all the people in this party.
I mean, the party wasn't exactly democracy, so...
We should literally go in, like, ready to fucking fight this guy. Just saying. Like, I do not fucking trust him.
Yes, I understand. And that's why I'm nervous to go now as well.
But, like, if we're going, like, before we get in there, like, don't go in half-cocked. Let's, like, have all of our shit ready.
Then I'll need to go pick up my armor and weapons.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the shit that I'm saying. Yes.
You guys aren't far from Barefist Brewing, so.
Yeah, it's good we're in 5. Yeah, let's all go get what we need to get, and then, like, let's fucking go.
Sounds good.
Okay, so in the interest of time, you all make your way out of Deliria's shop As you all as the last person shuts the door and you all walk away, you turn back and as you turn the corner and you see that it's a completely different storefront now. Bakery, just out in front.
Fuck yeah.
You continue to walk back to Bearfist Brewery, picking up your stuff and getting your armor on really quickly before running back out the door of a pretty busy Bearfist Brewery, and like go close, like, what's going on? And you're like, we'll talk later. And like walk out.
Brain dogs, we'll tell you later.
And begin your walk to New Underberg. First, normally back in the day, you'd be able to go from 5 to 1 to 2. Now, because of the nature of 1 being closed, you have to go from 5 to 3 to 2, which is a bit of a pain. You make your way through Cordoba Square, seeing an extra presence of Los Restaurados out on the street right now as you're walking around. Just kind of always on guard. They eye you guys as you're walking by, but when they see you're not really guards, they don't really care. And, oh my gosh. And, you continue on heading to a road that will take you north to Nuremberg, District 2. Your first time arriving here. The gray Gothic architecture of the gray and Gothic, but pristine and wealthy architecture of this district. No one's really on the street this late of an hour. And making sure to give District 1 a wide berth, you walk a couple blocks east before heading further north to the address you need to go to. You walk the road, making your way to the address as the darkness has long laid over the city. The cold has gotten to its coldest in this very late hour, or early morning hour, even, if you will. No, you haven't been traveling all day, so it doesn't exhaust you in the process. Finally, you come across a row of townhome-esque buildings. One after another, built very similarly, very close together, very clearly a wealthy residential district. And then you find the door, the address, written on the card.
I use the Pearl of Power to get my 3rd level spell back.
Okay.
I knock.
Grimald walks up to the door.
I was gonna say, do we want to cast any like buff spells? No? Okay, bye.
Knocks.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Joe? Knock, knock, knock.
You wait a moment. The windows are dark. It is very late. And you do see the glow of a lantern finally approach. Here. And you see a metal face wearing a small sleeping hat and a little, like, mustache of a warforged poke his head out. Yes.
Does he mean us any harm?
He's just got his head poked out right now with the lantern. He's just asked you yes.
Ah.
May I help you?
Democracy is dead? Is that a thing?
Is it? I suppose if you're asking the certain people, then I suppose that could be true. Personally, I never thought that way, but my master always has, and he opens up the door. I believe nothing's really dead at the end of the day. And he turns around and starts walking.
Does he have a mustache that looks like Colin's mustache?
No, it's like a mustache.
Like Bob? Is it Bob?
Yeah, a little bit like Bob's mustache. When he's in
Nice.
that cowboy hat, yeah. You guys, you follow him? He's still talking as he's walking away.
Yes, I
Yeah.
continue walking.
You can see there's a light. There's a light on in the back of the building. He goes, personally, I never really thought anything is truly dead. It's all about your perspective on things, and well, really the amount of work you're looking into rehabilitating it. Like honestly, in a world where people can cast resurrection spells, and you could dip people in pools and pull them out, and they'll be fully alive. I don't know. I think dead is really a strong word, right? You have alive, not currently alive, and I'd say the word would probably be destroyed. And democracy probably isn't destroyed. Master! I'm sorry, have a seat here. He brings you through the hall to this little lounge room where there's a fireplace roaring. It's nice and warm in here. There's a big couch, some chairs, a bunch of bookshelves around. You see there's a table with a nice decanter of some sort of liquor. Make yourselves at home. Sit down. Now, is democracy destroyed? That is the question. And I think that's a worthy question to have a rousing debate over. But it's not really my place. It is the place of my master and all of you. Do you guys make yourselves at home? Do you continue to stand? What are you doing?
I'll sit down. I'll see this as an invitation into a nice parlor and just find a seat and relax for a moment.
All right.
No, I'm standing wherever, like in the back. My back is against a wall somewhere, and I have my hand at my quarterstaff.
Okay. Anyone else?
Aldous will go to the. He's gonna go over to the decanter and pour himself a glass of whatever.
Okay.
Of course he did.
And the rest of you just kind of gather around, since no one has anything specific, just gathering around at the room. Keeping yourselves on guard, but still looking around. Master, you have company. He goes, oh, I heard you. From around the corner walks a man. Black turtleneck, wearing some slacks, white hair balding at the top, and a tight goatee. The man that you had just seen earlier in this hour, as he holds his hand out, and he goes, his eyes widen, very excited. He goes, oh, hello. I'm Vincent Con. Yeah, you probably already knew that. I've eagerly looked forward to meeting you. You've caused a lot of trouble. And he holds his hand out. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I was gonna ask, is his turtleneck black or slightly darker?
All right, so that is where we are going to end tonight. He has been here. He will not get off my lap. If I take him away, he will get on the lap. Oh, sorry. Fixing it.
Oh, what a floofy boy! Oh.
Whoop. He likes the head scratches.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so hey, thanks for watching. I'm gonna put it back on him while I talk. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a fun episode. I think it's a kind of a turning point episode. So, oh my gosh, you're gonna fall. It's gonna be kind of a turning point episode. So things should be getting real crazy from here on out. Lots of stuff to do. Uh-oh, what? You're gonna fall. Hey, stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Hey, just so you know, if you missed it last week, Meyer is got pre-registration for vaccinations going on. So you could definitely get in on that. Go check that out if you got a Meyer near you. Oh my gosh. And furthermore, make sure you wear your mask out there. Make sure you take care of yourself mentally. And don't forget, as always, Sundays are for D&D. Good night. Woo!
Night, everybody.
I gotta end the stream. You gotta let me end this.